Hello, WTF Nation. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Monday edition here on WTF Nation Radio. I'm your host, Redleg, and look at that. There's Zulu.
Hey, what up?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's Monday, and you have survived Monday. Well, I mean, it's not over yet, but I mean, for the most part, we have all managed to survive Monday. No thanks to the... Listen, man, fucking people who drive in the left lane at, like, their own pace and distance, get the fuck out of the way.
Like it's their own highway?
If you are doing 50 and of 65, you should be in the right lane. Why are you in my lane? Get out of my way. All the way to work this morning.
I'm pretty sure Trump signed an executive order on that one.
I mean, he needs to. All the way to work this morning with that shit. 3 lanes to choose from in each direction, and you want to be in the left-hand lane. Get out of my way. Please?
I mean, trying to. What are you? Are they all going the speed limit, or are you just speeding?
Well, no, they're not going the speed limit, but I mean that's besides the point, dude. I want to be, I want to pass you. So get the fuck out of the way. Never mind.
I don't know. Did your town recently legalize recreational marijuana?
No, nah.
Oh,
no, not here, man.
That's one reason why people drive slow.
I'm stuck in the Bible Belt. no recreational marijuana here. I noticed that, dude, when we were in Colorado for the Freedom On Festival in October. Yeah, everybody's just kind of tooling along. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not used to this. Me and Pi in the airborne fuck truck together.
Everyone's being so leisurely and polite, not trying to speed past each other.
Yeah, right. Jesus. Yeah, so everybody, welcome. Settle in. Let's do this radio show here. It's going to be a good show. We have tonight's guest, Scott Levy. He's a veteran. He's a Marine Corps veteran. We won't hold that against him.
We'll try.
Yeah, but he's also an actor, producer, audio engineer. You may have heard some of his work if you're a gamer and you've played any of the Battlefield series. I mean, he's been in he's lent his voice and motion capture abilities to other games, but notably the Battlefield game, Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel. I have that game.
Oh man, all those games are so sick. Yep. Especially Army of Two, best fucking co-op game out there.
He's also in Medal of Honor Warfighter, and that in turn led to him starring in a music video, Castle of Glass by Linkin Park. He's in that music video, and some other things as well. We'll talk to Scott coming up in the second hour tonight. Andrew, there is no Drink That Tune on Mondays, bro. What the fuck? But I did consider doing trivia tonight, so maybe yeah, if we can fit it in, I'll do trivia and give away a prize to a lucky contestant tonight. All you gotta do is answer some trivia questions. We'll probably do it head to head. I'll get two callers on. McNasty, you know there's no fucking Drink That Tune on Mondays, McNasty.
I mean that doesn't stop you from drinking if you want to, but
I mean drink up. Who am I to judge? It's Monday. A lot of people do need the booze on Monday.
Jesus, you drunk already? Too soon, my friend?
It's been one of those days for me, man. If I was still a drinking man, I definitely would have a few tonight. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's just been, it's like everybody's had a severe case of the ass all day today.
I think every other Monday I see that meme. It's like you don't see sharks, bitching about Monday. They wake up and remind everybody that they're a fucking shark.
Can't do shark
fighting shit.
Yeah. So Scott's going to join us here in the second hour of the show tonight. Thursday, February 16th. Have you seen the female drill sergeant doing the videos on Facebook? Amuse.
Is that her name?
Well, that's what she goes by. I mean, I don't know if that's her name.
I might have seen something like that. Might have scrolled past something like that.
She's going to be on the show on Sergeant's Time on Thursday, the 16th of February. Ooh. Yeah, she's an active duty soldier, and does the Facebook thing. She's a military brat from North Carolina, who joined the Army straight out of high school. and she's been serving for 14 years now. She was a drill sergeant at Relax in Jackson and an AIT instructor at Fort Gordon. So she's going to be on the show on the 16th of February and Friday, the 17th of February. Tim Kennedy's going to be back on the show. If you don't know who Tim Kennedy is, go ahead and turn the show off.
He'll kick your ass.
He's into all kinds of stuff. Notably the mixed martial arts. He's also a special forces sniper who is just a badass. But he recently retired from the MMA, so he's going to talk about what happened there and what his future plans are. So Tim Kennedy will be back. This will be his third time on the show. Old Tim.
Oh, just can't get enough of us.
On a first name basis now, because he's been around. He's been around for so long.
We're hitting third base with Tim Kennedy.
That's right. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Who's this?
Aerosmith, walk this way.
Hey,
It's nasty.
McNasty. What's up, dude?
Hey, brother, how's it going?
It's good.
I just want to throw a quick question out there, and then I'll get out of your hair. Is it racist to say snakes on someone's head if their goddamn hair looks like they have fucking snakes on their head?
Well, I mean, if that was the best analogy you could come up with on the spot, I really don't think that's racist. I mean, you're.
I mean, you could be white and have fucking snakes on your head.
Listen, dude, anything could be construed as being racist nowadays. Everybody's got a case of the feels anymore. Hey,
That
Justin.
is so damn true. I had to. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was on the fuck is it? I think it's Army Resources Command, some E7 or whatever, put out a video talking about fucking NCOERs and how it's not hard to get them right or whatever. And I might have commented that it looked like she had fucking snakes on her head.
Oh boy, and now you're a racist.
And yeah. That's
well, you know what, dude.
One person told me that I had dicks in my mouth. One person told me I was a racist. And yeah. So,
well, I mean, you could be a
go
racist.
figure they were both the same skin tone.
I mean, you could be a racist, dude.
Yeah, you could be racist and we wouldn't know.
You
but
might
I mean,
be
we'll
a
give you the
racist.
benefit of the doubt.
You could be a closet racist. I mean, you may not even know yourself that you're a racist, dude. That was some super racist shit that you said. No, man. I mean, first of all, who gives a fuck if people think you're racist? I mean, are you like? Does the popularity contest really matter to you? I mean, do you care?
Yes.
No,
I mean, I know all that matters is the popular vote
I just wanted to throw that question out there, and I wanted to point out that I thought it was funny when somebody replied that I was a racist and that wait till your leadership sees this or whatever, and then, I don't have any leadership because I've got my sweet DD-214 protecting me.
So tell them to get fucked, and then Charlie Mike. I don't know what other advice to give you. Oh man, look, see, you've opened the floodgates because now in the Facebook Live chat, Matt's being a racist, Omar's being a racist.
Everybody's racist.
Everybody's racist.
You know what? You hit the nail on the head, Zulu. What's racist? I mean, anything is fucking racist these days, pretty much. And you know what? Who the fuck cares anymore? It's really got to that point. It's just like people need to grow the fuck up. And
I saw the greatest thing this morning when I woke up. I was watching the Grammys last night. I don't know if a lot of you guys watched the Grammys.
God.
Personally, I stopped watching because it got too fucking political. Every other fucking person had to fucking voice their opinion about politics. So I stopped watching halfway through.
I didn't turn it on.
This morning, I woke up and I saw the little video clip they had of the beautiful lady wearing the Make America Great Again dress.
Who was that? Because she owned that fucking shit.
I think it was Joy something, but the meme went like it was like
Joy Villa.
When you can't call her sexist, racist, or fucking anything.
Yeah, I mean, where do you go with that? Okay.
Triggered.
It's like
female, so she's not being sexist. She's black, so she's not being racist. What else? There's got to be
xenophobic.
Well, I mean, I don't know if she's
misogynist.
I don't know.
It was Joy Villa.
Joy.
That was her name.
Oh, I mean,
she's a woman-hating woman.
Listen, I saw the pictures of Joy, whoever she is, and wow.
I have to say that dress. I mean, typically, when or actors or singers or entertainers pull off stunts like that, the award shows, and it's some like political stunt, their outfit is just fucking hideous. And I said that she was an immigrant, but that's here. Well, I mean, that's
Maybe.
still important. But anyways,
So you can't call her a xenophobe either. I mean, which card do you play out of the deck?
I don't know. But like that Trump dress was beautifully made, I think.
Well, I mean,
without
I can't
the Make
speak
America
to
Great
the
Again?
I can't speak to the the stylishness of it, whether it was beautifully made or not. All I know is it looked really good on that chick.
You want to take it off.
Yeah. The curves were
It was
definitely
great.
accented on that in that dress.
I mean, dude, my
For sure.
my dick is not racist at all. It knows no color. So you say whatever.
Sorry,
That's a
guys.
good way to put it.
Let me get off the
I'm
line
gonna
here
have to
so
use that
other
one.
yackles can call in.
McNasty.
And take it easy, guys. Have a great show tonight.
All right, buddy.
Thanks for
Thanks
calling.
for calling in, man.
Yep. Take it easy, bros.
You know, I intentionally did not watch the Grammys because, number one, it was going to be a political fucking shit show. Number two, there was nobody at the Grammys, I know for a fact. Oh, it's John Cena. I knew for a fact that nobody was going to do anything on that I liked. So I just didn't watch it, but I looked, of course, the internet, all over the internet today. Everybody's mad because Adele won something that Beyonce was supposed to, apparently. I mean,
Oh, jeez.
so now everybody's racist, and Adele's, wait a minute. I want to read to you a quote. Here it is. Seeing Beyonce lose to Adele shows no matter how great you are, society will reward white mediocrity instead of you.
Oh, God.
Sure. And then here's another one. Lemonade, which I guess is the name of a record, an album, goes beyond
That's
the Grammys.
Beyonce's.
And we all know that. And Adele knows it. Beyonce deserves more than old white people voting her album off. Get over yourselves. Adele,
I mean-
what will Beyonce have to do to win? Be white.
She
Stop
couldn't
it.
have. She couldn't have just taken the Grammy and been like, I worked really hard for this. Maybe I deserved it because I won it. Fuck, Adele's good. She totally deserved that.
I mean, she can sing. That's not really my cup of tea. I don't like her fucking music, but she can sing. Hello, Elise. Hello, Elizabeth.
She
Hi.
has a voice. She has a good voice. She's a good singer. Not
Okay,
all her
and
songs are favorites of mine.
Dude, I have heard some of Beyonce's music, and I've heard some of Adele's music, and I prefer Adele's music, and not because I'm racist, but Beyonce's shit does not appeal to me. Lemonade?
I haven't. I honestly hadn't heard of it until last night on the Grammys. I didn't even know what Lemonade was.
I kind of feel like with Adele, with her up there saying that stuff about how Beyonce should have won, and her quoting like that
Pandering.
old white man, like pandering, like they're at the point of mentality. Like maybe Adele was afraid that she was going to be judged. I mean, she shouldn't. I mean, maybe that was the case. I don't know. But it is almost like they're conditioned to that point. Like she's like, well, I'm a white woman and I went against a black woman. I won. She didn't. So I'm going to say this. I mean, it's sad.
David says Adele isn't flawless. She's fat and British. Oh, boy. She's a biggin. No doubt about that, David. And British, that's not her decision. She doesn't choose to be British. It's just
That just means her teeth are a little funky.
dude, yeah, she's not very easy on the eyes. But then again, Beyonce is Beyonce's kind of got a pretty face, but the rest of it's just
Beyonce's fine. Don't get me
it's
wrong.
put together weird.
I'd still,
That's what Ali said.
even though she's
white
pregnant.
guilt.
White guilt? Yeah, sure.
White guilt. Well, you think maybe
What's up, Jeremy?
Adele feels bad in a way? Is that the right way to put it?
She does. She feels guilty because everybody, well, not everybody, the vocal minority says, oh, Beyonce, you should win. It's fucking, I'm going to let you finish, but
Yeah.
insert
like,
ridiculous shit here. You know what I mean? And so, I'm talking about Metallica. I almost hate that I missed the train wreck that I know. I have not seen Metallica's performance. It is most assuredly a complete disaster.
You talking about the with Lady Gaga and Metallica?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either.
Metallica has, and I talked about this on one of my music appreciation shows that I did recently. They have fucking just. All right, the Black Album, the one that has got Nothing Else Matters and Enter Sandman and stuff on it. That to me was the turning point for Metallica. Dylan has a question about your choice of beverage, Zulu.
Oh my, why, Dylan? Yes, this is a Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. I only drink the finest when on the air with WTF Nation Radio. Here we're sporting a 40 tonight of liquid gold. If you'd like to indulge on the same tasty beverage as your host tonight, Zulu, go down to your local corner store pick you up one for
pick it up at
$2.24
at the Kona Stove. $2.24, really? At the Kona Stove?
$2.24 for it's glass.
There you go.
Only quality.
Yeah. So, but to me, in my mind, Metallica turned the corner right there with the Black Album. There were a few good songs on Load and Reload. Yeah, okay, whatever. But you know what, dude? I think maybe I might like Metallica a little bit more if it were not for that talentless hack of a douchebag drummer they have. He sounds like he's fucking just convulsing behind the drum. I don't like Lars Ulrich at all. That's it. Oh, he's one of the greatest thrash drummers of all time. No, he's not. But I don't mean to talk
if I knew anything about Metallica or that genre of music, I'd tell you what I think, but I don't. Sorry.
They suck anymore, man. They suck. The most talented person in that entire outfit is James Hetfield.
So we didn't miss much.
Kirk Hammett's going to play the same predictable guitar solo over, Lars Ulrich's shitty drumming. And their third bass player they're on now is just, I don't know, man. I didn't mean to get on my soapbox about Metallica and how much they suck on a Monday show. He's an asshat. Thank you, Kelly. He is an asshat. Lars. What a dick.
I'm trying to think of what I did see. I saw fucking Bruno Mars perform. He looks kind of weird in the face. Who else? There was Beyonce did her thing, pregnant. Her thing was weird. I feel like they try and get all too artsy and shit instead of just performing.
What's with
Huh?
the veil, when she unveiled that she was, I guess an unveiling, I don't know, that she was pregnant with twins in that photo.
You know what? Lots of chicks are pregnant and have been pregnant and will get pregnant. Why is this news?
I don't know.
I mean, you've been pregnant a couple times. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more like, oh, fuck.
Dude, if we're going to put somebody being pregnant in the news and make a big deal out of it, it's going to be like Zulu is pregnant with twins. And that is newsworthy.
Holy shit, we're rich if that's the case.
Because he's a dude.
That'd be crazy.
Be out of control. But fucking, Beyonce's pregnant. Really? Who gives a fuck? MTV had a whole TV series about underage chicks getting pregnant. Who cares?
It's going to keep happening.
So Zulu and Elizabeth are going to have twins.
So Elizabeth is going to impregnate
pregnant?
Zulu. You are Zulu.
Yeah,
We've already determined that.
Oh, with Zulu, with Elizabeth's seed?
Yes.
What happened with CeeLo at the Grammys? What the
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
was that dude doing?
I saw all sorts of shit about that. He dressed up like one of those fucking chocolates, like a chocolate wrapper.
He is something else. I like CeeLo personally.
Yeah?
I like him with yeah. Oh yeah. I liked him with Gnarls Barkley mostly. He's a weird dude. He's the kind of guy that I could hang out with and just have a bunch of LOLs all the time.
You think he's just fucking I don't know I didn't hear the explanation from him or why he dressed up as
I
fucking,
don't know,
fat CP3O.
What is this? Thank you, Pookie. Sent me something. Yeah, this dude's fucking out of control. That's funny, man. I mean, there were a lot of people at the Grammys, but who do you remember besides Adele and Beyonce and motherfucking CeeLo dressed up like a gold Buddha or whatever he's got going on there?
For whatever reason. Somebody said the governor of California has been pregnant. I can't tell if is the governor of California a chick or is he making a joke about the guy?
Oh, you are probably too young to remember this movie. That's for sure.
What movie?
I'm trying to remember the title, but it had Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Schwarzenegger was
Twins.
pregnant. Yeah, twins. That's it. Pregnant, and it was like this big science experiment and stuff like that.
Arnold was pregnant in the movie?
Yeah.
No, not the Gaines Master.
Yes, the Gaines Master.
Not
Look it up and
Yes.
No, not the Iron Bender himself.
Conan. Yeah, it's stupid.
Is it Junior or the movie Twins?
That movie's stupid.
It was stupid, but
probably like whatever he needed to do at the beginning of his career.
Junior?
Starring
I don't know.
Zulu, Danny DeVito.
I don't know either. Speaking of dumb shit, how about the U.S. Department of Education? Oh boy, what a fucking shit show! So they make a tweet trying to draw attention to the fact that W.E.B. Du Bois, which I am pronouncing that properly. Some people are like, no, it's Dubois, it's Du Bois, because the man himself said that that's how it's pronounced. Anyway. They posted a tweet, ironically, which says, education must not simply teach work, it must teach life, which is a quote from W.E.B. Du Bois. But they spelled his name wrong. They misspelled his name. The Department of Education did. After 4 hours, they posted a corrected version of the tweet and added an apology, but just to kick themselves in the dick, their apology read, post updated, our deepest apologizes for the earlier typo. So the initial post had a typo, and then the correction and the apology for the post also had a typo. Way to go, Department of Education.
Were they trolling, or do they have a...
No, they're that stupid. That's a department that can be done away with.
Jeez. I hear people bitching about the department of this and department of that. I'm just like, you know what? How about you not rely on the government for everything?
Oh,
how about that?
You're speaking nonsense. Zulu.
Preach that to California.
I mean, we got cops,
Common
right?
Core spelling.
People have cops, but people still own guns for a reason.
California, fuck California for a number of reasons.
Shit show,
I'm gonna move my microphone.
The whole dam.
Well, I mean, while you guys are speaking about California, you want to touch on the dam and what's going on with that currently?
Please do. That's
where I was going about the government.
Zulu, you talk about the dam and what's going on, and then I have something to say.
I mean, was it the other night? Okay, so apparently there's nothing wrong with the dam itself. It's the spillway, however they say it. I'm honestly, be honest with you, I don't know what that is, but it seems to be a problem. I mean, they got everybody evacuating. So I'm assuming that if the spillway broke, the whole fucking thing might break. Is that how it works?
The concern is that because the spillway is there's chunks of it being removed by the force of the water, and the concern is that it's going to erode the earthen portion in front of the dam, which is going to weaken it, and then it's going to give way, and it is going to fucking, all that crap that's down there, whatever communities they are, and people are going to be inundated with all this water. Okay, that sucks, I guess, for the people that live there. The problem I have is, doesn't California want to secede from the Union?
Hey.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
So why are they asking for the federal government to come help? If you guys want out of the Union so bad, handle your fucking problems on your own, California.
Well, the issue is they all believe that it's the government is going to come help them. That's like they're conditioned to believe that the government gives you everything.
Right. That's unfortunate. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
It's Minx.
Oh God, Minx is Minx. All right, first of all, I know you're originally from California.
I am.
You no longer live there, so I stand by my statement of fuck California.
Well, no, I am right there with you.
Okay.
So we're agreeing on this. Like, I will never live in that state again. If I had a choice, I would live permanently in Texas, but Ghost doesn't like Texas,
No.
so whatever. So we're going to compromise, and we're going to live in Texas. Anyways, so I'm listening off the chat, and there's a lag. Did anyone explain what a spillway was to Zulu?
Okay, Zulu, the spillway is the part of the dam that they open a gate to let water out, and it goes down the spillway. And the purpose of the spillway being paved and made of concrete is so it doesn't erode the front part of the dam. That's where they let the water out. That's where the dam pees from. How about that?
Okay, you should have just said that.
Okay, got it.
Like, it's basically there to alleviate any sort of pressure on the actual dam itself.
Consider
And,
the reservoir the bladder, and the spillway is the dick it pees out of.
The spillway is the sphincter that controls when it urinates.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Oh, that's sphincter.
So you gotta break it down Barney style for
Hey,
me
Minx,
and
while
some
I
of these
got
other
you on the
soldiers
phone and
listening.
we're talking about sphincters and peeing and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Why does it take me so long to relax my pee sphincter sometimes?
I don't know.
'Cause sometimes I have to pee. I really have to pee. It seems like it's the worse I have to piss, the longer it takes me to get it going.
I mean, are you having frequent, like, do you stop and, like, start peeing during said urination time? Like, whenever you go to the bathroom, like, do you find yourself, like, stopping a lot as you're urinating?
No, but I mean, only stop if, like, Mrs. Redleg's yelling at me from another room and I can't hear over the sound of my own peeing, or, if I have to fart and I'm afraid I'm going to shit on myself and I can't control my sphincters individually, so I just shut them all down for a minute. Does that make sense? But, none of the just starting and stopping for no reason.
Okay, so, like, no symptoms of actual, like, prostate enlargement.
I don't know. And my doctor won't stick her finger in my butt to check.
Well, I mean, have Mrs. Redleg do it.
Oh, my
Well,
God. I
I
didn't think
mean,
about
if you
that.
tell your doctor that you're having
Like,
those
I'll-
symptoms, she will stick her finger in your butt.
Yeah, I was gonna say all Mrs. Redleg really needs to do is go to about like the middle knuckle on her index finger and like just like if you're on your back, right? Okay, so here's how it's gonna get done. Like if you're on your back, all she's gotta do is just stick her like index finger in up to like her middle knuckle and just kind of like press up.
I feel like I should
And
go
if
get her.
something-
I feel like I should go
if
get her
something-
and put one of these fucking monitors in her
something
ear.
feels engorged, that's your prostate. Like
Oh.
she's gonna feel something hard. That's gonna be your
Damn right.
prostate.
If she sticks her finger in my butt, she's definitely gonna feel something hard.
Well, I mean,
What?
use the bathroom first.
Oh my God.
That sounds like a whole nother issue with your bowels.
Right?
Maybe not
But
so
yeah,
much
no,
your
okay, so this
prostate.
fucking dam, yeah, they
Hashtag not my
fucking
dam.
knew that it was eroding 5 years ago,
Oh.
and
well,
they did nothing about it.
they should have called the federal government.
Yes. They
'Cause
should
that
have
solves
asked
everything.
Obama to fix it while he was in.
But seriously, California is acting like a fucking teenager right now who's upset because, Daddy Trump is not letting them get away with what they want. So they said, fuck you, Dad, I'm running away.
Oh no, use the
And then-
analogy. Use the analogy that you used earlier with about the pickles.
Oh, yeah, okay. So California is acting like the strong, independent black woman who don't need no man. But then she's like, I'm hungry for some pickles, and tries to open the jar of pickles, and the lid is on too tight. So then she comes up to Daddy Trump and says, Daddy, will you please open the jar of pickles? That's
Yes.
what's happening right
You
now.
don't need no man until I can get the
Because
fucking pickle jar open.
As soon as they get the federal aid and everything that they want from Daddy Trump and the federal government,
Uh-huh.
they're going to go right back. And especially who is it? Representative or Senator Maxine Waters, right?
Yeah, she's a fucking idiot.
They're fucking turn right back around and continue this whole I'm going to search for reasons to impeach President Donald Trump. It's like, honestly, he hasn't done anything to break the law. Like, get the fuck over it. We get it. You guys will absolutely fight him on everything. And honestly, I'm going to, like, put this out there. I'm very impressed with how he's taking all of this.
Trump
and how he hasn't really lashed out.
Trump is a fucking train wreck, man. Have you seen this dude and listened to him speak lately?
Oh, no, I have. But, like, but let's face it, he could be so much worse.
Yes, he could.
Because on the campaign trail, you know, anytime he was, like, attacked by someone or, like, questioned, he would immediately turn around and go after them. You know?
Yeah,
and so
he could be much worse. He could be Hillary Clinton.
Right? Yeah, I mean, could be that.
Well, I mean, here's another thing. Like, the people that are crying out for help and stuff, for the past 2 years, and the majority of those people that are asking for help right now have, like, instead of being able to be like, agree to disagree, they've been, you know, calling the other side, you know, names, like, literally, like, verbally and physically assaulting the other side, like, oh, you're racist, you're this, you're that, you're this, and you're that. And now they got their hand out needing help, expecting us to help. Like, really? Yeah. Fuck you. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, and I made the analogy earlier today. Like, if my neighbor, like, pissed me off and was a total douchebag to me, and their house is on fire, and they came to me to dial 911, okay, fuck you.
You're not gonna let them use the phone? Their house is on fire.
Nope. No, I probably would, because I would be the better person. It would do so, but still.
I like the first version of that. Fuck off! You never being an asshole to me. Go use the neighbor on the other side's phone. You fucking twat.
Well, knowing that neighbor, I probably pissed off that neighbor too. And wouldn't piss on his house for him.
So I don't know what the current status of the dam is. The Oroville Dam. All I know is
shit's breaking.
They got a fucking mess over there, and there's the potential for it to get a lot worse.
There is, because they've got, what is it? I think 3 more storm fronts moving in, expecting to drop even more rain. Because again, California's going through an El Nino winter, which fucking happens almost every 3 years, like goddamn clockwork. We got fucking El Nino, and then we go through a drought. And then fucking El Nino comes back, we get all this goddamn rain, everyone loses their fucking mind, and then we go through a drought, and then everyone loses their mind because we have no water. And then, just wait for winter, it'll be fine. This fucking happens every
This has been a
much.
really, really strange winter. We've had, I think, here in the Mid-South, in the greater Memphis, Tennessee metropolitan area, I think we've had a whopping total of maybe 4 or 5 days of below freezing temperatures, and that's it. Now it's prevention's worth a pound of cure. Who is this?
Yesterday over in my part, it was almost 70. No, it was almost 80 degrees yesterday.
I don't know which heat, air conditioning. I don't know which one to turn on when I go to bed at night. I never know what temperature is going to be in the morning.
Shit, it makes me wonder.
It's crazy. This has been one of the weirdest winters ever. I mean, I'm digging that it's not freezing ass cold because I don't like cold weather. But like I said the other day, man, the winter's only redeeming quality is that all the bugs go back to hell where they belong, and it's not been cold enough to kill off the bugs.
Yeah.
Coming out too early.
I don't think they're already back out in Texas.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Because
kill them all.
It's already getting warmer than 80 degrees here.
Yep,
so
it was 80 something the other day.
All the fucking rattlers have come out of hibernation already.
You kill all those with fire. Explosive. I hate snakes, dude. Oh my God.
You don't like snakes?
Not in the least.
Man, I could do snakes. It's spiders that gets me.
Spiders are kind of creepy, but snakes.
No, they're fucking disgusting. They got weird little eyes and a bunch of legs. Ugh. snake, you can just
You
fucking.
have weird little eyes.
There's
Ugh.
the Burger King. I guess the Burger Kings over in Israel are on Valentine's Day. Yes, there are Burger Kings in Israel. For Valentine's Day, they're offering not a kids meal but an adults meal. You have to be 18 or older.
I saw that.
And the meal. So you got to bring your ID to get this thing. It comes with 2 Whoppers, 2 fries, 2 beers. Fucking Israel's got it going on. And a quote romantic adult toy, which means like a sex toy in your Whopper Happy Meal thing.
So your sex toy is going to smell like and maybe taste like a Whopper?
It's called the adults meal, and it's only available in Israel, and it's only available on Valentine's Day, and it's only available from 6 p.m. until closing. So, go get you a couple of Whoppers and a fleshlight or dildo, whatever's in there in Israel.
I want to know what that sex toy is. Like, what kind of toy are we talking about? If it needs batteries, does it come with batteries, or do you have to then go out and find some?
I don't know. Elizabeth wants to go with Zulu and get one of these things.
Hey Elizabeth,
Right?
you give me a plane ticket and a time and place, and we'll go.
Oh,
Israel.
there you go.
Oh, it's probably already over with now because, it's already Valentine's Day over there.
Oh, if I catch a flight soon, I might still be able to make it.
You got to get in there before closing, dude.
I know. I want my
Your
fucking Whopper
passport's
and
up to
sex
date.
toy.
Out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina, the judge who's presiding over this whole Bergdahl debacle said that President Trump's remarks that he made on the campaign trail, none that he's made no remarks since he's been president concerning this case, but he did make some remarks when he was on the campaign trail, and the judge has decried that and says that they are disturbing and that the comment has the potential to put a black eye on the public's confidence in the court-martial process. Trump said things like Bergdahl was a dirty, rotten traitor. And he had some opinions that maybe Bergdahl should be executed or dropped from an airplane to ISIS. So now the judge is
Not wrong.
presiding over this case has some concern that Trump's remarks have influenced the case to the point that now that Bergdahl's not going to be able to get a fair trial. To me, the whole thing is silly because Bergdahl's defense team has already admitted that Bergdahl left his post. They're not debating that at all. Their defense is the reason he left his post, walked away, and was captured and held prisoner was because he was leaving his post to walk to another one to essentially dime out his command, his unit there, because he didn't agree with some of the things that they were doing. Last time I checked, the oath that you took didn't say, to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and to obey the orders of those appointed above you, if you agree with them. It's pretty unconditional. You do what you're told as long as it's a lawful order. Hello, Douglas.
Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure one of the general orders says something about not leaving my post unless properly relieved.
Yeah, it's kind of in there.
Right?
Yes.
Maybe.
So this dude just leaves his weapon and grabs a canteen, takes off. I don't know what he thought he was going to do other than be captured. Maybe that was the plan all along. The Obama administration just fucking made that worse by what they did, but that's in the rearview mirror. I think they've dragged this thing out long enough. Let's get this trial on the road. Let's do whatever we're gonna do. Trump's remarks notwithstanding. Boy, look at this. James says firing squad. Jesus says waterboarding. They all want to hang this dude. Again, no doubt that he left his post. I guess it's going to come down to why. We'll wait and see how it plays out, if it ever does. I just finished my coffee.
If it ever does. Oh, God.
It's one of these things that's going on forever. Meanwhile, he's just cruising around doing probably training NCO or something, working in an orderly room.
Is he doing stuff? Is he like not in jail?
Yeah, no, he's not in jail. He's working like he's doing
Legally,
desk work.
they cannot confine him as he has not been found guilty. If they were to confine him, any time confined will be counted as time served. So yes, legally, because they've deemed him not a flight risk, he cannot be confined per UCMJ.
I mean, how are they stopping him from just taking off?
Like, I don't know. How do they stop any criminal who commits something and makes bail from fucking taking off? For all we know, they probably took his passport.
Well, but I mean,
if he had one,
he's gonna get if he flees, he's gonna get caught, and it's just gonna be even worse for the dude. I think he knows that. Yeah. He's playing his cards right. There is pretrial confinement. Elise is correct, but it's only where it's warranted, is deemed warranted by a judge. And the unique thing about the UCMJ is that the commanders are allowed a whole bunch of discretion and leeway with how they handle these things. And so whichever command he is assigned to, that commander has deemed that he's not to be confined. And the judge that's presiding over the proceedings, I guess, has is agreed to not lock this dude up. So yeah, he's just out kicking it around. I think he's got to have an escort everywhere he goes. It's probably for his own safety. But yeah. Yeah, he's out cruising around, going to work every day. Old Sergeant fucking Bergdahl, who didn't go to the board and just got promoted because he was a POW.
I wonder if he's made any friends.
Oh yeah, I bet he makes friends everywhere he goes.
the bird everywhere he goes.
Yeah. We talked about Burger King. We talked about Bergdahl.
Burger King and Bergdahl.
Right.
Where two places where people think they can have it their way.
So this dude, I know everybody's probably seen this story by now, and for a couple of shows I've wanted to talk about this on the air, and I haven't. This this general who went to Itaewon, went to Hooker Hill, and charged more than 1,000 Dara on his government credit card. Got busted down to brigadier general, and he'll retire as a brigadier general. And the way they do that with the officers is when you're demoted, they demote you to the last rank at which you served honorably. So I guess this dude lost a couple of stars, and he's going to retire as a brigadier general instead of a lieutenant general or possibly general. So he went to the candy bar over on Hooker Hill in Itaewon, and had himself, by all accounts, a good old time. Ran up over $1,000 on his card, which is, that's not hard to do when you're down there in the old red light district. Man. So, yeah, he's fucked. Well, I mean, he's not fucked. He's still retiring as a brigadier general, but that's kind of a black mark on your record. He's used his government issued expense card on more than one occasion. There's a club in Rome that was described as an establishment with signage advertising sexy show, fans club, and lap dance. He went in there and used it for about $1,755. And this dude's just, he's having a good old time at taxpayers' expense.
How do they determine what the last rank he served honorably was?
They probably convene a board. I don't know. I'd have to ask the U.S. Army WTF Moments legal representative dude, the judge. I don't know. Yeah. Brooke, he used his government card to do all this. I could ask the judge if he's around and see how they do that. But it's probably, some kind of board that's convened, and his fucking commander. I don't know, man. You know how the Army is.
Oh yeah.
Then maybe he should have. He probably would have been better off if he was just. What was that other dude doing? The swinger, whoring around. Well, man, but he got fucked up over that too. These guys, man, when they go, they go hard. These generals do, man. I mean, because the E4 and below is just they're trying to pick up the least fat of all the skanks downtown when they go. These dudes they got their government issued cards and they're just going at it, dude. He went to Hooker Hill. The fucking general, 3-star general did.
Jeez, that's not nobody. Well, I guess somebody did recognize him.
Wonder if he swung through Polly's Kettle House and got him a soju slushie while he was there. That place is a lot of fun. I've been there. Then we went to some other little club up there, and I got drunk, and I don't remember a lot of things. But I did go. I remember going.
Yeah, you were there. Don't know what happened, but
my quote buddies left me. I passed out and they left me, and I had to find my way back to Yongsan, with which I was completely unfamiliar because I was stationed at Camp Casey, not at Yongsan. So I just walked around until a taxi picked me up.
Trace said sometimes they go #Hagen.
Oh, Hagen! I've heard about Hagen. I've never. There was no Hagen in Korea. I understand that's mainly a Germany thing, and I had not heard of Hagen until a buddy of mine who was stationed in Germany told me about it, and I thought it was one of the funniest things I'd ever heard. It's something that only a soldier could come up with.
Jeez. Let's see, I don't know how to say that fucking name. Scott
Curtis
says, yeah. Oh, that's how it is. Makes enough money. Probably, maybe he used his government issue card to get the boot out.
Well, I know he's an officer. He can resign his commission at any time. Hagen's a tanker thing. Dude, I believe that, James. Hagen.
Big guys want the big girls.
Yeah. Fucking tankers. I feel like if I hadn't gone into artillery, I would have gone into armor and been a tanker.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Think so?
Probably.
I was when I was signing up, it was either infantry, Cav Scout, or Fister.
Oof.
And I landed on Fister for
Cav Scout. You didn't want to be a Cav Scout?
No, I didn't want to act like a Fister. I wanted to be a Fister.
Oh my God. So Branko has never heard of hogging. So what I would like to do is invite somebody from the listening audience to call in and explain to Branko what hogging is. I like to hear people's their own versions and experiences of hogging. When it was explained to me, I laughed until I almost pissed myself. My buddy at work told me about it, what hogging is. And I understand there's a prize at the end of the night. So yeah, somebody call in and tell me about and tell the listening audience about hogging. You won't be telling me. I'm already aware of what it is, but I mean, Jesus Christ, we got a phone line. You can call in and participate in the show. Minx, are you trying to talk? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like, this is what I've heard of hogging. Now, I've never personally gone hogging, like, besides, like, actually trying to shoot, like, an actual, like, boar. It's different. That's not hogging. From what I've heard, hogging is when you and your buddies go out and you try to find the biggest biggins out there at the local bar or whatever, and you see who can bring home the biggest girl.
Let's see who's on the phone. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Who's this?
All right, so yeah, hogging's big deal out in Germany. This is a really, really interesting game. I've never got into it, but the boys, everybody in my platoon, it was a competition. And every morning we'd wake up to see who had the biggest girl in the room. I've seen people literally sleeping on the bed next to their floor with a girl taking up the entire bed in the room. I have no clue. When I got to Germany, it was already a game in play. And everybody always tried to get me on the bandwagon. Couldn't really hop on that hog, if you know what I mean.
No pun intended.
But yeah, man, Mizon, it was banging. Like everybody, I have no clue. Dudes who had Ranger tabs who could do whatever they could do in PT, and they were banging 300-pound chicks. I have no clue.
The thing that I thought was funny about it when my buddy explained to me was, he said, as they were leaving the barracks, there was a like a pot, a collection taken up by the CQ sergeant. Right, he takes up a collection, and then whoever wins the hogging thing for the night, whoever gets the biggest, grossest chick, gets all the money in the pot. I mean, it's a win for everybody because the fat chicks are getting laid, right? The guys from the barracks are going out and having a good time, and then somebody, gets some money when the whole thing's all said and done. I think it's genius.
Yeah, somebody who doesn't care.
It was more of like a pride thing, I believe. Like everybody just had the pride that being the fattest chick they could. It was crazy. But man, I don't have anything on that one because I've seen some crazy shit in the barracks about that one.
I mean, it never occurred to me to intentionally go out and look for fat chicks, but I mean, I guess it makes your night a little more enjoyable because you're not spending all night walking around trying to find a hot chick or anything. It's like you intentionally went out with the express purpose of finding a hog.
And the red light district hoes are expensive with American dollars. It's always a win to get that chick back for free.
Oh my God. Yeah, thanks for calling and explaining that.
Good night here. My wife's walking in, so I gotta get off the.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling in.
All right, take care.
Good night. The judge is trying to call in. Judge heard me talking about him, and he's trying to call in. So go ahead and call back in, Judge. We're going to talk to him about what happens and how it's determined at which rank an officer gets busted down to.
Jay Reddy said you have way better odds when you go hogging.
Yeah, sure.
Hot chicks are prude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
True. Very true. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Hey, 1987, Fort Carson, Colorado. Me and a couple of dats decided after a whole bunch of bottles and James, we were going to go hogging one night. And the deal was we had to get one, bring it back to the barracks, get past the CQ, and triple DP that girl.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, it's not one of my best claim to fame. I will say I've done 9 tons of women in my life. I'm not really proud of that either. But you got to do what you got to do when you're 19 and you don't have a car. You know what I mean?
When you're 19 in the 80s?
Yeah, I'm kind of an old fucker, but, I had my fun back in the day. But that's a memory that I don't really want to go any further than this. I'm drunk right now. That's why I'm telling it to you. I'll probably regret it tomorrow.
I mean, I wasn't aware that hogging was like a team sport. I thought it was it's not supposed to be.
Brother, it was that night. I mean, what can I say? Fort Carson, Colorado, there was nothing to do at Fort Cartoon. There just wasn't shit to do. So,
that's every military installation around the world. You go out, you drink, you do things that you regret, either the next day or later in your life.
Copy that, sir. Absolutely. Well, I'm going to go back to my drinking. Y'all have a good time. Love your show.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Good night. Oh man. Wow, I guess it can be a team sport.
Oh, I mean, it's got to be a team sport. You drink with your buddies and you go out hogging with your buddies. But I didn't know it was a team sport when you got the chick back to your barracks. So there's that.
WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Hey, Redleg, it's Judge.
Hey, Judge. We wanted to know how it's determined and by whom, at what, like for instance, this lieutenant general that got busted down to brigadier general for using his government issued credit card. How's that determined and by whom?
Oh, the Great Determination Board.
Is that what it is? Is it a board? It's a board. I know.
Yeah. So there's a board. It meets at the Department of the Army level, and it's not a regular board. It's not something that's just regularly convened. They only convene it when they need it. And basically, I can't remember off the top of my head who the members are, but generally what they'll do is they'll review your entire service record and the misconduct that's referred to them and determine when the last time that you served without committing misconduct. So then that's the rank they'll retire you at. So in this guy's case, it came out that he had been messing around on his credit card and a number of other things when he was a 2-star, so they retired him as a 1-star. Sinclair, the guy at the 82nd back in the day,
right.
They retired him as an 05 because he was banging that lieutenant as an 06.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, it just depends on – it basically depends on when the last time he fucked up was.
Is there ever –
to put it bluntly.
Is there ever an instance where, let's say this guy gets busted down from lieutenant general to brigadier general? Is there ever an instance where they continue to serve, or is the retirement just kind of a package deal?
If you go to a great determination board, you are out.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but it could be worse,
yeah,
right? You could lose all your
benefits. There's a story
benefits.
back in the Air Force about an 06 who got retired as a second lieutenant.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That dude must have been fucking up the whole time.
Well, so he was a JAG, and he had gotten disbarred before he joined. So they determined that the only rank he had ever served honorably at was second lieutenant. So they forced him to retire as a second lieutenant.
Oh my God! After how many years of service? Probably 20-ish.
30, almost 30.
Oh my God!
The guy had actually been selected to be a 1-star. And that's when they suddenly realized, hey, this guy's not licensed to practice law.
So what effect does that have on any case that he's presided over or been part of?
Oh, I can't remember the details. This was back in the 90s. But anyway, the Air Force court-martialed the guy. And I can't remember how it went down, but he had served several classified OERs. And whoever was responsible for him refused to declassify him. So because he couldn't present evidence of his service, the court-martial sentenced him to no punishment. So he was convicted, but he was not punished. So the Air Force, in a big fuck you, decided to retire him as a second lieutenant.
Wow.
That's the most extreme case I've ever heard of.
You come in as a second lieutenant, serve almost 30 years, and then you go out as a second lieutenant. Jesus.
Yep. And these boards typically only happen for senior NCOs and above.
Yeah. Hey, pay attention, kids.
You retire as an E6 with 20 years. I don't think they can reduce you, but you retire as an E7 and they find, and you're, because you committed misconduct, they could certainly go back and look at you. They usually don't, not for enlisted, but it's usually just for officers.
Holy shit.
Freaking officers.
Yeah. Go ahead and fuck up if you want to, everybody. The Army's got a way of getting you.
They always have a way.
Always have a way.
There's always a way.
Thanks for clarifying, Judge. Thank you.
Hey, no worries.
Always imparting the knowledge on us.
I always try.
Oh, you always do well. Very, very informative every time you come on the show. We should make this a regular thing.
We should. We've talked about that.
We will.
Hey, I may be writing a column for the website pretty soon.
Hey, Mom, write that down.
I already did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh
Good shit.
Yeah. All right, Judge.
All right, guys. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye.
All right. Let's take a break, everybody. When we come back, we'll have tonight's guest, Scott Levy. He's a big deal. He's got an IMDb page. That's how you know you've made it. You have an IMDb page. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk to Scott. And somebody, Thomas wants Scott to do some of his Battlefield voice work. I don't know.
God.
I don't know if he's allowed to.
Too, honestly.
I don't know if he's allowed to.
Come on.
There may be some kind of thing where he's not. We'll talk to him. We'll ask him. And if he can do it.
I'm definitely asking him about the video game
If he's
stuff.
down to do it. Today's his birthday.
Really?
It is. We'll talk to him about that also.
Oh.
We'll be back in a few minutes, everybody, and Scott will be here with more of the Monday edition, WTF Nation Radio.
Fading out, serious shapes I found blow me away. Van Allen right around, pushing through. Skin is brown, nature has us trapped in fear. So I get lost in sound. I wonder if
What's up, guys? This is Matt Best, and you're listening to WTF Nation Radio. So listen the fuck in.
You're listening to Redleg on the voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments. WTF Nation Radio.
Just push me out the way. I'm not the one who's gonna be your easy This is my world. It was my everything. Now that it's gone, I'm left here to say, just let it go. Be strong, stand up to it, and make it happen. You better know that I couldn't be the one to finally embrace my fear. Your hand not just let it go. I'm very young. You need someone to push down. You need to bury this. I need 6 feet in the ground. I think that's all I am. Just a feeling on it now. It's not your time. When it wakes you wrong. This is not your wrong. It belongs to me. This is not your wrong. That's so sad and right. I won't set it right. This is not your wrong. It belongs to me. This is not your place. I won't set it right. So I'll take it back. Don't underestimate me. You better be waiting, 'cause I will be coming for you. This is what I say. You're risking everything. I won't sit here alone. For me, just let this just let it go. Just let it go. Be strong, stand up to it, and make it happen. You better know. I'll never know. I couldn't be the one to finally embrace my fear. Your hand not I will set it right. Come on. I will set it
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to those of you who are still here. And to those of you who left, eat a dick. This is the Monday edition of WTF Nation Radio, and I'm your host, Redleg, and I think Zulu's sick. You okay over there, buddy?
I'm here. It's just the robot dong on my throat.
Tonight's guest, Scott Levy. Am I saying your last name correctly, Scott Levy?
Everybody says it different, but Levy. Yeah.
It's Levy. Okay, Scott Levy. Scott's a Marine Corps veteran, and he's got an IMDb page, so that means he's a big deal.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm looking at it right now. You are known for your parts in the New 24 Legacy, the Submarine Kid, Medal of Honor Warfighter, Resident Evil video game, all sorts of stuff. I could name them off, but we wouldn't have time to talk if I did.
It's
I really wanted to ask
time.
you, man. So I grew up playing, some Battlefield games, and Medal of Honor, Army of Two was some of my favorite shit. I don't know if I'm allowed to ask you or not, but whose voices were you in some of those video games?
In Medal of Honor Warfighter, I played the character Stump, who was a Marine who became a Navy SEAL team guy, which was probably my favorite video game that I worked on. I really enjoyed that one. And then I played in God, it's hard to remember. In Army of Two,
Battlefield Hardline, Army of Two, Devil's Cartel.
In that video game.
And were you just the voices?
No, both
all those, or which ones did you do the movements for?
Yeah, all of them. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Yeah. What did you do that kind of stuff separately? Did you do like the voice acting and then the motion?
We usually do it all at once on the stage. On the day you do the performance. Like same as shooting a movie or a TV show. And then if the audio isn't good enough, then you'll go in and do voiceover sessions in a booth, which is fun too. But if you can get it on the day, that's always better. That's just like doing ADR or looping for a movie or for TV.
What did you enjoy more? Did you like doing the video game stuff or movies, acting?
They're both so totally different. I enjoy both of them just as much. The difference being that when you're doing a movie or a TV show, you're on a location generally. You're in wardrobe and makeup, and if you're all bloodied up, which usually a lot of times I do a lot of military stuff. So there's a lot of the visceral stuff that you don't get when you're shooting a video game. You're in a motion capture suit, and you're on a bare stage, and it's sort of like experimental black box theater, which I was glad I did a lot of that when I came to town, because that's real acting. That's like doing theater. It's much tougher than movies and TV.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, what would you say your time in the Marines? How much did that help with a lot of the roles that you play that are I would say military related?
Yeah, absolutely. I think probably 90% of the work I do is military related, between video games, TV, and film. So yeah, I mean, I think that really honestly, I wouldn't be doing all the cool stuff that I get to do without my military experience. I was one of those guys that, when I was very naive when I got in the business. I was like, I want to be known for my acting, and I want to be, I don't want to get pigeonholed and typecast. So I didn't do a whole lot of military stuff, the first, say, 10 years of my career. And then I met this bunch of guys, that had some different military organizations, that worked on films and stuff, and would do small roles and special ability background stuff. And I was bartending a lot at the time.
Did you run into a lot of people who were prior service in that industry?
There's a bunch. There's a ton.
Wow.
And I don't know if you guys read the my article that I put out in December called "Hollywood Doesn't Support the Troops." But I talk about how many vets there are out here and how it's a real issue that not enough of them are working, in the bigger projects or in the bigger roles, in the lead and lead supporting roles, which we really need. It's a real issue. It's a problem. I think that nobody can do it better than vets. And you see it all the time when you're watching war films or military films, and people just don't it doesn't work. Some of the actors can pull it off, most of them can't.
All the little things that the veteran community always fucking, whenever I'm at a movie theater watching, whatever new war movie it is, I'm just like, look at that uniform.
You can tell when they don't have a military consultant, or when the director's not listening to the consultant. It's a shit show.
It is. And, when you hire vets in acting roles, then you're getting, a mini military advisor. You're getting, as well as the real advisor, your technical advisor, you're also getting, a bunch of other advisors that are watching out and making sure that things are correct. Because the regular advisor, he can't be right in everywhere at once.
Right.
So when you have a bunch of guys on set, you're probably going to be pretty squared away.
Scott, how did you find yourself in this industry? And I'm going to assume that you started in acting and then made the transition to doing the motion capture and voice work for video games. And how did you find yourself as an actor? And then at what point or how did you transition over into the other stuff?
Well, I actually started when I got out of the Marine Corps. I went to school for audio engineering and film production at Full Sail in
that's a good school.
Florida. Great school.
Yes.
I'm from Orlando, so when I got home, some people were like, "Oh yeah, there's this school right around the corner." I was like, "Okay, that sounds good. That's what I'm going to do." And I'd done a little bit of acting because this was pre-internet, so casting, we just kind of cast each other in our films. And so when I finished school, I moved out here, and I got a job with George Lucas doing audio post-production. Did Titanic, did Lost World, a bunch of great movies. It was an amazing experience, but I kind of had this bug where I really had enjoyed the acting that I did in school. And so after about a year and a half there, I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. And I moved back down. This was up in Marin County, where Lucas has the Skywalker Ranch. And I said, and if we could, the last movie I worked on up there was Saving Private Ryan. And, it's a great film, of course, and we all love it. But sitting in there, doing the post-production on a film and watching all these civilians play these amazing military roles, I think it really bothered me. And I think it really got under my skin. And I think that was probably one of the catalysts. So I moved down to LA, and like I said, I started doing some theater and got myself into the union, doing some commercials and blah, blah, blah. Cut to, about 10 years later or so, my agent at the time called me and said, "Hey, this company they want actors that are real vets. We're going to submit you on this video game project. Is that cool?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to be in a video game." It's like a dream come true, of course. So I ended up going on that one, and it was Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel, and I booked that. And then based on that, I booked Medal of Honor Warfighter, which was a super dream come true. And the cool thing was, when they booked me on the first game on Army of Two, it was only to do the motion capture and performance capture, or the mocap, really. And then just through sheer sort of force of will, I kind of convinced them into giving me a voice role. And kind of all the games I've worked on since then have been based on that first one.
So they've recognized, the video game industry has recognized your worth, and so yeah, you get.
Well, I was constantly, military advising, really, and I said, no, we wouldn't really say that, or I'd be giving I'd be giving an actor a line reading, which actors hate, but it's like, when it's so bad, you have to. When they're just not, they're not vets, and so I'd be constantly doing that and fixing the radio traffic, which is, always atrocious. You got a bunch of guys saying repeat in comms.
Yeah, as an artilleryman, I know exactly what repeat means on the radio.
That's right.
Send it again.
Exactly. Say again.
Speaking of time, what years were you in the Marines, and how was that time?
90 to 92. I got out early on a medical. And never deployed. I was in during Desert Storm, and unfortunately, that thing was over quickly, and never got to deploy. So this has kind of been a dream come true for me. I'm getting to sort of do all the things I wanted to do in the military, in games and movies, and I wanted to do the special operations stuff like everybody does in the military, but my eyes were so bad that I wasn't able to do it. And this was pre-LASIK. I got a buddy right now who's on SEAL Team 8, but because LASIK existed, he was able to get his eyes were worse than mine. And he was able to get that and go to Buds, and now he's living his dreams. But I served as a Stinger missile gunner, which I'm very proud of. I'm proud of my service. And I feel like this is just a kind of a cool second chance at that.
That's pretty awesome. So you had bad eyes and you shot Stinger missiles?
Yeah, it wasn't as long as they were, for something like that, as long as they were correctable with contacts and whatever, or BCGs,
Birth control glasses.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
Then you could, but for special operations, they have a very specific guideline of how bad your eyes can actually be uncorrected.
Do you still do are you still in the post-production audio engineering game? That's a lot of grinding right there. It is. That's
Acting's
a lot of
way
work.
Acting is so much more fun. I haven't done it since '98.
Okay.
But it's always fun when you're working on a project or producing a little film or something to go in and do the audio post-production. And I start talking to the guys and they're like, "Oh, you kind of know what you're talking about." I'm like, yeah, this is what I used to do.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's crazy.
See, were you in a movie with Vanilla Ice?
I was.
Tell me about that.
Yes, I was. I did a film called The Helix Loaded, which was a spoof of the Matrix series that came out in 2005. And I played the Keanu part, which was a whole lot of fun. And yeah, old Rob Van Winkle, Vanilla Ice, was in there. And it was one of those kind of situations where, you have an idea of a famous person, of a celebrity, whatever, and you're sure you're going to hate him and be annoyed by him and everything. And it was the total opposite. Within an hour, like we were buds. He's a great guy. He's a real patriot and a military supporter, and he's from Florida too. So we had a lot to talk about, and it was a great time.
I was gonna say he seems like the type of dude who, when he first made it big as an entertainer, I don't want to say a rapper, whatever. He seems like the type of dude who probably would have been a douche, but now he's not. I don't know, man. I mean, it's not like I know the guy like you do. I'm just saying he kind of put off that douchey vibe when he first came on the scene.
Think about it. Like he kind of got a raw deal, man. I mean, think about when you were 21. Like he was 21 when that song broke.
Yeah.
Like think about what a douche you were at 21.
Well,
I know.
Okay,
I was.
all right. Touche.
But you think about it and you go, holy crap, he was 21 years old when that happened. There's no way. Like he's lucky he's alive. It's
right.
It's crazy. I don't know that I would still be among the living if it happened to me.
But if you to watch him nowadays, you can tell that he's just kind of laughing at himself, laughing at who he used to be, and it's great because he recognizes the comedic value in that, and he's playing on it. I think it's great.
It really is. Now he's doing all these Sandler movies and, like you said, playing on that image of himself and having a good time with it. And I'm stoked for him, man. He deserves it. He's a good guy. And I can't imagine what that was like to be on top of the world one day, and then you're kind of the laughing stock for, a decade or so, and then just sort of pull out of that and get back into the game. Like, you got to give the guy a lot of credit.
Yeah.
But we had a great time making that movie. I think it's on YouTube at this point. I think you can watch it for free. But hopefully they'll put it on Netflix or something one of these days.
That's good. I gotta go see it. I gotta go watch this.
It's fun. It's a good movie to drink a lot of beer.
Because I'm a big fan of the whole Matrix thing. Before the Wachowski brothers turned into Wachowski sisters, but that's neither here nor there. Whatever, live your life. But it's great, and so I got to go see this parody of the Matrix that you two did.
Like the Matrix movie, and then we spoofed a lot of the stuff that was popular at the time. There's some Fight Club spoof stuff in there, and some other movies, and it's a good time as long as you don't take it seriously. And like I said, you'll get a 12-pack and some of your friends and enjoy it.
See, all those types of movies, all those movies came out around the time when I was a douche. So now I get to go back and watch you guys do your thing and relive my douche days. I mean, I guess some people think I'm still a douche, but whatever. I don't care.
So Scott, I gotta ask. I'm going through, your filmography, and what on earth did you do on the Eric and Andre show?
The Eric Andre show. Do you know that show on Adult Swim?
I've seen it a few times. Yes.
It's crazy, right? Like
he's pretty out there.
Yeah, man. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but he had me back, so that was cool. Like one time I played a SEAL team guy, and another time I was an ATF agent, and it's just if you've never seen the show, it's on Adult Swim, which should give you sort of an idea of what it's like, and it's I think they smoke a lot of weed and have a good time, and they just do crazy stuff that I think the kids dig. I don't get it 100%.
I mean, honestly, I'm 21 and I've seen it a couple times, and it's just it's funny in such like a crude and weird way. And were you like a guest on there, or did you like come in as like a ATF agent or like SEAL team member and like do something with somebody?
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to remember. One of the ATF one was Eric decided that he wanted to be a cult leader, so he was putting together this cult, and we were the ATF and we raided it, and we took him away, just weird, but it was fun. I had a good time. So
man, I feel like it's funny that you said you were not sure what you were kind of getting into, and I feel like everybody who goes on his show feels like that.
Right? You watch the guests' reactions, like
it's like they didn't tell. It's like he didn't tell any of his guests like anything he was gonna do.
yeah. A lot of times I don't think they're in on the joke at all. Like
no.
Lou Ferrigno, I thought Lou was gonna rip his head off.
Oh, Lou Ferrigno. A lot of the kids don't know who he is.
Was the Hulk,
the Incredible Hulk. That's correct. He's a big fella.
Yeah, I just saw him at SHOT Show. Nice, good guy.
Yeah, by all accounts, he's a nice dude. He's just a very large and imposing human being.
Yes. Still, this age, like you're like, wow, that's pretty amazing. But you work on a lot of different projects throughout your career, and it's kind of fun. It's especially when I get away from doing the military stuff. Not that I don't love it, because I do, and it's my bread and butter, and I'm always proud to put on the uniform and to represent. I'd rather I be doing it and my fellow vets than people that don't really appreciate the service and the sacrifice. But it's nice when I can get away from that. I just did a show last week for a pilot for the CW that hopefully is going to get picked up, and I got to play sort of a washed up boxer character who's selling drugs and getting his son to sell drugs for him, and who's one of the main characters. And it was fun, man. Like it was a nice escape from running around with guns and shooting people and getting shot.
Yeah, it keeps your acting chops fresh.
Absolutely.
Be able to do
big time. Because the military stuff, you're usually not stretching too much.
Right. I mean, how to do that. You've lived it.
Yeah. Well, but I do love it. Don't get me wrong.
Our listening and viewing audience doesn't know, or probably doesn't know, that today's your birthday.
Yes.
Hey.
46 years old today, right?
46.
You don't look a day over 30.
I appreciate that. I feel a day over 30, but maybe 2 days over 30.
Well, I have a special version of the birthday song. One of our loyal fans and listeners, and I don't know how would we classify D-Max if we had to put that dude in a category.
That is tough.
Resident weirdo.
He's a cult follower.
There we go. D-Max has recorded a version of the birthday song, and he's quite the vocalist. So I'm gonna play that for you, and then we're gonna We're going to take our regularly scheduled break, and we'll come back with more of Scott and the Monday edition after the birthday song and a couple of songs. Here you go, Scott. This is especially for you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Scott. Happy birthday to you. From WTF Nation Radio, from old friends and new. May good luck go with you, and you might get laid too. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Scott. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Scott. Happy birthday to you. Shouts, brother.
If you can find your own path, I'll lead you through the hills. If you've gone the whole thing wrong, I'll show you what is real. If you can trust anyone, I'll leave you breathless, side of still. So you can feel, because I am the one here. I'll take your mind away till you love it. I will steer. Let me tie your hand, just scream my name. Give up on all kind of shame. All the rest, adore the flesh. Come to me if you need last. And if you wanna feel that trust, I'm the one to realize your fantasies and on your knees. If you can live your whole past, I will set your mind free. So you'll trust me, because I am the one here. Will take your mind away till you need it. I won't stand fast. Let me tie your hand, just scream my name. Give up on all kind of shame. All the rest, adore the flesh. Come to me if you need last. And if you wanna feel that trust, I'm the one to realize your fantasies and on your knees. Just one word that needs so gone. Something in your chest, and it just keeps you locked to me. There's something that you beg for that will make you be still. There's something in your chest, it just keeps you locked to me. There's something around your neck that helps you out in the escape. Because I'm what you wish for. Because I'm what you wish for. Let me tie your hands, just scream the name. Give up on all kind of shame. Leave all the rest, adore the flesh. Come to me if you need last. And if you wanna feel that trust, I'm the one to realize your fantasies and on your knees. Just one word that needs so gone. There's something in your chest, and they just
Hey, this is Eric Stolhansky, otherwise known as Rabbit from Super Troopers, and you're listening to WTF Nation Radio.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Hello, everybody. Old viewers and new. Welcome to the second half of the Monday edition here on WTF Nation Radio. I'm your host, Redleg, and my intrepid co-host Zulu is here along with Mom, and tonight's guest, Scott Levy. He's a big deal. Got the whole IMDb page thing going. I want one of those. What I got to do? Who I got to talk to get an IMDb? Well, I guess I should get into acting first, right?
That helps. That's one way to get started on an IMDb page. Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, Scott, tonight's guest is a Marine Corps veteran, which that's something to be proud of.
Hoorah!
He's also an actor, producer, audio engineer. You've probably heard his work and seen his motion capture work in video games such as Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel, Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, Devil's Third, and Medal of Honor Warfighter. And we didn't talk about in the first segment, Scott, that you starred in a Linkin Park music video.
Yes, yeah, and that was based on Medal of Honor Warfighter. Probably one of the most proud accomplishments that I've had in acting. I think it has over 200 million views right now, which is pretty amazing for a song that wasn't really on the radio. Didn't get a whole lot of attention, and I think it's a real testament to people loving that video. I sort of played a version of my character from Warfighter,
right,
in the video, and wow, it's a really powerful, if I may say so myself. It's a really powerful piece of media relating to, what happens back at home when warfighters, fall in battle.
So
what's the name of the video, and where can people find it if they want to check it out?
The song's called Castle of Glass, and it's off of the Linkin Park record called Living Things. And, just Google that, Castle of Glass, YouTube,
Wow.
whatever.
I put in Castle, and then it went straight to Castle of Glass. That's awesome.
Seriously? Really?
Yeah,
That's great.
That's fucking maybe Apple's just knows, but
Did you work with the guys in the band?
No, unfortunately, we never worked on the same days. I was kind of bummed about that.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. I like their work a lot.
Chester,
and those guys are patriots too. Speaking of musicians who are patriots and military supporters, those guys are high up on that list.
That's good. And I really don't want to speak ill of people. Like, there are some musicians who seem to be running with the whole patriot supporting the military thing to the point that it kind of seems phony.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But not these dudes.
Well, it's probably the best thing you can say about that is it's better than what's been going on the Grammys and the other award shows.
Man,
that's a train wreck.
Guys, I'll take some phone calls if you'd like to call in and talk to Zulu or Mom or me or maybe even Scott.
Well,
415-889-8367 is the number to call in. 415-88-WTFNR to call in and talk to tonight's guest, Scott Levy, the actor, motion capture, voiceover, video music star dude who's a big deal. And we're in the presence of greatness once again on the radio station. I love it. I like doing this. This is cool. I can sit in this chair and ham it up with all these big shots and and feel like I'm somebody. It's awesome.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on. I really do. And also, if you get a chance, please check out that article. I do a lot of work with the Young Marines youth organization, and also with Operation Supply Drop and all the great folks that do amazing things for vets and active duty. And I wrote this article called "Hollywood Does Not Support the Troops," and Operation Supply Drop was kind enough to republish that and kind of put some pictures in there and make it pretty. And it's got like 800 shares on it at this point. I put it up there about 2 months ago, and it's got a pretty good reaction. I think it's something that a lot of people should read and sort of think about, especially people in the business. So if you get a chance, check out that article on Operation Supply Drop. Hollywood Does Not Support the Troops.
We'll share that on our Facebook page. If Bobby, our social media manager, is listening, Bobby, go handle that.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. So you're adding writing to your resume now. That's impressive.
It's something that I've needed to get off my chest for a long time. Something that for years it's been broiling around in my skull and upsetting me and pissing me off. And I've been watching it over and over again. And then all of a sudden there was like this quadruple whammy of shows and movies that came out. It was like that horrible SEAL Team 6 show on History Channel, and Billy Lynn's Halftime Walk, and a couple other shows that I can't even. Oh, the new Shooter show on TNT or TBS or whatever that was based on the Wahlberg movie. Shooter.
What bothered you about those?
There's no vets in any of them.
Really?
That's an issue. There's so many talented vets in the industry, in front of and behind the camera.
I mean, they don't even have like that advisor. That's what I wonder. Did they even have like the advisor telling them what might be accurate or not?
Yeah, all those shows use advisors. In fact, I've advised on a couple different shows. CSI. I've advised on one of those vampire shows on HBO, whatever that's called. True Blood.
Oh boy.
How is that advising? Is it kind of fun to just be like, no, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Wrong.
It's a brutal experience, and you have to really check a lot of things at the door when you do it, because you can block out a whole scene and tell them that the dialogue is wrong and adjust the actors and do everything right and change it and unfuck it, if you will, if I'm allowed to say that.
Of course, absolutely.
As we said in the military. And then the director walks in and says, nope, we're doing it my way. And you got to walk away and say, okay, as long as the check clears, then
right.
I hate what I'm going to do. So it's tough.
I was going to say, man, of all the things that you have done and do in the industry, that's probably got to be the most maddening. Is for you to get things right as we, in the military or veterans know it. Yeah. And then some dickweed director comes in and says, "Oh no, that's not how it would be more dramatic."
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like Scott is a senior enlisted NCO and the director is like a butter bar.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Perfect analogy. It's a perfect analogy. It's exactly that way. And, it's not one of those things that there's a lot of really great military advisors out there, and I work for those guys all the time. It's not something that I love doing. It's something that I fall into every now and again. And it's usually when I'm working on something already, and then they'll sort of say, hey, will you advise? And I'm like, sure. Okay. It's not something I love doing because of that. But the other side of that coin is generally when I'm part of the cast and I'm hired strictly as an actor, not a special ability, background, soldier number 12 guy. Luckily, I don't do very many of those anymore, but a lot of people, that's what you do when you're coming up. When I'm actually really a member of the cast, they listen to me like that, and they believe me for whatever reason, because it's how Hollywood works. It's kind of a shit show.
I've heard it described as that before. You're not the first person that said that.
It's a soup sandwich. I don't know how better to describe it. They like to keep you in boxes. They like to sort of have everybody, oh, well, this is what you do, and you're only good at that. And if you've never done this before, then no, we can't have you do that. It's like, oh, but I did it in real life. Yeah, but you've never done it in a movie.
Oh, my God.
I've literally I've heard conversations that were almost exactly that. With a military advisor buddy of mine, we were working on a video game, and he was, showing some actors how to do something. And he goes, why don't I just put on a mocap suit and show you? And they're like, oh, but you've never done this before. It's like, I've done it in real life. And they're like, yeah, but you've never acted before. I'm just sitting there going, oh my God, is this happening? Am I in the Twilight Zone? It's a strange business, truly.
The more I hear people talk about it, the more I'm coming to understand that it is a really just weird. Like, you go to Hollywood, you might as well be on a different planet. The normal rules of everything don't apply there.
No, it literally is a different planet, and most of Hollywood, or whatever, the industry, people in it, are not very big on patriotism or the military. So when you come into the game with those things on your resume, you're already kind of behind the curve. It's something that really needs to change. It's kind of a train wreck. I'm sorry, I keep getting all these birthdays.
Yeah, people are telling you happy birthday. That's great.
Yeah. So sorry that keeps happening, but yeah, it's they're not real big on the military and the vets in this business, and it's something that I and everyone else out here has had to fight an uphill battle with.
Why do you think they're not big with military or vets? Or what is your view on it? Why do you think?
There's so many. You know how the country's so divided at this point. You literally have a situation where we've been at war, the longest war we've ever been in the history of the nation, 15 years, and you literally have an entire generation or two of people that have been completely unaffected by it, that have no contact with the military, they have no skin in the game. So they've been sort of living their lives out and going to school and going to college and doing their things and living their lives completely unaffected by any of it. Told by their professors and their betters and their, the people that they look up to and respect that, like Vietnam, it's the military's fault that we're at war. You have the people that are teaching this generation of students and my generation as well, are all the people that threw rocks at our troops when they came home from Vietnam, getting off the planes at the airport and the buses and spitting on them and marching in rallies against them. And it's a mess. I mean, if we had another couple hours, we could really get into it. But it's a really bad situation in this country right now. We have a new president that's 3 weeks in or so, not even a month, and they're already talking about impeaching him. Meanwhile, we had one for 8 years that did way worse.
But that was their president. And now, oh boy, man, this is one of my favorite topics.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, they didn't get their way, so they're throwing a tantrum. They're having I equate that to a child not getting what they want and then lying on the floor and having a fit.
It is that. And all of those people, most of them are the people that are running the show in this business. People that went to really fancy schools and people that came from money and people that some of them have never even known anyone that was in the military other than someone in their family that got drafted, 2-3 generations ago. It's bad.
It's interesting that you say that because, I sometimes I forget that there's people who don't have any contact with the military, and it's easy to go hard on them sometimes, but sometimes when I talk to some of my friends, I'm like, no, that's not what it's like at all. It's what are you talking about? And then I got to remind myself to, not get mad or frustrated with them just because they don't know any better.
It's hard. And, exactly. Do you say, well, can you blame them? I mean, this is the story that they've been told since birth. This is the brainwashing, if you will. This is the only narrative that they know is what they were told by their parents and their professors and their teachers and their people that they looked up to. And can you blame them? I don't know. You see them out there rioting in the streets. They can't even tell you why they're rioting. They have no idea other than talking points that they've heard, pre-recorded messages, why they're out there in the street breaking things and destroying property. It's mind-boggling.
I can't wrap my head around the response to this is about Donald Trump being elected president. So how is the response of let's tear up other people's shit, or in some cases tear up our own shit?
Yeah.
To what end? What do you mean to accomplish by this? Do you think Donald Trump is going to say, well, they don't like me, I quit?
Exactly. Yeah, that's not going to happen. No.
And something else.
It's possible that they think that.
It
I don't
is.
think they've even thought that far ahead.
I don't think they did
Like
either.
the dog that chases the car, what's it going to do when it catches the car?
Right.
It has no idea.
Something else that I and my I was brought up in a military family. My dad was a career Navy man, and right out of high school I joined the Army. And it's not possible for me to think on a level of I don't understand the military. I don't know what the military does. I don't know what purpose they serve. I don't know what it's like to be in and around the military. I can't think that way. I can't dumb myself down that way.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? So I can't see things from their perspective. I just cannot do it.
Right. Yeah, it's impossible at this point.
So
and I guess you have to sort of put that shoe on the other foot and say, well, yeah, that's their story as well. They can't even fathom.
It's kind of awesome, guys like you and other people getting out there, even if Hollywood, say, is against you, that, you're being quite successful as a veteran in the industry.
I feel very lucky, honestly. I think it's been an uphill struggle. I think a lot of other vets would probably tell you the same. If we had a couple more hours, man, I could regale you with all sorts of
speaking of vets being successful in the industry, something that I totally just thought about. Have you seen the recent Star Wars movies?
No, I know about that actor.
Yeah, he was in the Marines. Kylo Ren. I don't know his real name, but Kylo Ren, in The Force Awakens, I believe.
It's Adam Driver.
That's not his real name.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to see him doing. It's interesting because he doesn't do a lot of military roles, which I give him credit. He's a guy that got out, went to Juilliard, took a very different path than I did.
Right.
And I'm glad to see him. I hope he does at some point do some military stuff. I think that would be really cool. I'd love to work with him.
I had no idea that he went to Juilliard. That's a very prestigious school in the entertainment industry. Musicians, artists, actors.
Very tough.
That's a big deal.
Did a movie, I didn't just do it, but it just came out on Netflix called The Submarine Kid, which is about a Marine dealing with PTSD. If you guys get a chance, check it out. And I was working with Finn Whitrock. I don't know if you guys are familiar with his career. He's another Juilliard guy, very talented. He was in what was he? He was in Unbroken,
right.
Angelina Jolie movie, and bunch of stuff. Oh, he's in The Big Short. Great actor, but it's called The Submarine Kid, and he does a really good job. Speaking of, some actors that can pull off military roles, him and I think of Ben Foster all the time in Lone Survivor. Amazing work. I bought, playing Matt Axelson. I bought him 100%.
What about what's that idiot's name? Matt Damon. What a dick.
Hypocrisy.
What a dick, man. Fuck that dude.
You
Really.
See that meme when that came out? I love that. The Born Hypocrisy.
Yes. I'm against guns. I don't think anybody should have guns. Meanwhile, every one of his movies, he's shooting people up.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
What was it like? I'm opposed to guns except when I'm making millions with them or something like that.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. This business is so full of hypocrites.
That's what I was going to say, man. That's just another case of living in their ivory towers over there, and they have no idea what's going on in the world.
No idea.
He's constantly shitting on the people who afford you the opportunity to be a giant dickweed.
Yeah, and I think we're really starting to see the fruits of their labor. I check on the box office all the time and check ticket sales and all that stuff. And, ticket sales are down. Now, Hollywood's making money because the ticket prices keep going up. But I think a lot of people are starting to learn that you can vote with your wallet and that you don't have to go see everything that comes out because you'll be able to see it for free, in 3 to 6 months on Redbox or for $1. And I think people are really learning. And, these guys aren't doing themselves any favors. Madonna wants to blow up the White House. and these other idiots. And I think they're really not just that they're making assholes out of themselves. I think they're really hurting their careers and everything else. I think they're the way history is going to look back at them. Is it going to remember their hit song, or is it going to remember that they wanted to blow up the fucking White House like an asshole?
I mean, exactly how much of an asshole do you have to be to use your fame, notoriety, whatever, pick a word, to convey that kind of message?
It's horrifying.
If Donald Trump is elected president, I'm going to leave the country. I'm going to Canada. None of them are gone.
Yeah, right? Not one of them has done it.
Get the fuck out.
It tells you exactly who these people are and what kind of character they have. Not one of those people made good on that promise. It tells you a lot. It speaks volumes.
Yeah, they just want their voice to be heard, but they're not utilizing that in any appreciable, they're just talking. That's it.
Right. Like you said, they're people that need attention. It's like Gunny Ermey said in Full Metal Jacket, didn't mommy and daddy give you enough attention when you were a baby?
Yeah,
thing.
But that was his last words in the movie.
but we're still here talking about it today.
I'm a huge fan of that movie, man. I know it line for line. I'm trying to remember who the advisor was on that. Because
that was Gunny.
Did he? Yeah. Oh, that's right. He was brought on as the advisor initially.
Yeah.
And Kubrick ended up casting him, and it was rare, based on what I've read, for Kubrick to let anybody kind of improv, but Arlie Ermey basically improved all of his lines, and Kubrick let him go with it.
Yeah, he was so amazing, and I talk about that a little bit in my article. It's such an incredible story because there was already a civilian actor that had been cast in that role of Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, and that actor ended up playing the door gunner. The get some.
Oh yeah.
Get some. How do you kill women and children?
It's easy. You just don't lead them as much.
Exactly. He was originally cast in that role, and Lee was just so amazing that even for a guy like Kubrick, right, who was just known to be a OCD, guy that didn't mess with his own system, even he couldn't deny that Gunny was the best man for the job, which clearly he was.
Absolutely.
You can't even picture that movie with someone else playing that part.
I know, because he's become like the iconic drill instructor. Everybody knows, even the younger kids like Zulu know who we're talking about.
Yeah, I work with the young Marines a lot, and Gunny is also, one of their spokesmen. And so I end up spending a lot of time with him at golf tournaments and hanging out at Young Marines events, and he's just an amazing guy. Like, yeah, you're right. He has become, the public perception of a drill instructor.
So you probably know Dale Dye then also.
Mm-hmm. Him and I, we had dinner probably about 6 months ago. I've been trying to help him get a film off the ground called No Better Place to Die. And it's about the airborne pathfinders that went in before D-Day to hold the bridges and make sure the Germans couldn't get their tanks to the beach. He's been trying to get this movie made for years and years. And so I brought a friend of mine on who was a West Point grad. He was an airborne ranger officer. And he's executive produced a couple films. So we're trying to help Dale actually get that thing off the ground. And it might happen this year. So fingers crossed.
That'll be a good movie. He's a no bullshit kind of guy, and I've seen him play roles, and I've known that he's done some military advisor work on. Yeah. I think that's how he got his start as an advisor.
With Oliver Stone on Platoon.
Right, and I've seen him in a number of movies, and Band of Brothers. He was good in that. Yeah.
He then became Spielberg's military advisor.
Right.
Shortly thereafter. So yeah, Private Ryan, Band of Brothers. Iconic stuff. Amazing.
He does good work. He plays that, his roles now are kind of the gruffy father figure type senior officer.
Oh yeah.
And he does it quite well.
Yeah, right. Nobody does that better, and just like Gunny is with the senior, usually drill instructor, but the senior enlisted,
right?
Gruff,
Gruff,
kind of same thing.
No bullshit.
Yeah, I talked about both of those guys in the article, because my big question is, who's coming up to replace those guys? Aren't spring chickens,
right?
Who's coming up to replace them, and are we even going to be given the chance to?
Exactly. How is it that those guys, I mean, did they just catch a break, or did they work so hard and force themselves upon Hollywood? How did they end up doing it and doing it so well?
It's both, right? I mean, yeah, obviously those two are two guys with sheer force of will. Those aren't two guys that take no for an answer. And there's the luck factor, which we all know. Luck is what, 90%, whatever, however the phrase goes, 90%, perspiration and 10% luck and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to do the hard work, and then people call it luck, but it's really just all the man hours and sweat you put in. But yeah, so both of those guys really exemplified that. But I think it was a very different business. That was early '80s, late '70s, maybe.
Right.
Because Gunny he'd done Boys in Company C. He was in Apocalypse Now. He was the helicopter pilot. He'd done a bunch of smaller parts before then, and then I think those guys, they're just the kind of guys that could talk themselves into bigger roles and moving, kind of like I did with the video games, But it's perseverance, and it's being the squeaky wheel, which a lot of times, coming from a military background, being the squeaky wheel is kind of frowned upon. So you have to take yourself out of that zone and really fight for yourself in a way that the military doesn't really teach.
Well, you got to fight for yourself, especially in that industry, because the people running the industry can't relate to you and they don't know what it is you're trying to sell them. So you kind of have to get in everybody's face, right?
They don't understand the value of the veteran.
Yeah, they really don't want you as well. They want to hire their friend, because that's how this business works. People hire their friends. People hire people they've already worked with. So you have to give them something that guy can't. You have to give them something that is better or more than what someone else can do. You have to separate yourself from the pack.
And in a everybody's vying for attention, so you really got to be something special in that industry to make an impact.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to, you get here and, you come from whatever small town you come from, and you think you're a special snowflake because you were. Maybe you played all the lead roles in your high school and college plays like that, and you get here and you walk into a room for an audition, and there's 50 people that look just like you and have the same body type as you, and the same resume, and they were all, the best actor at their school. And it's a real it's a gut check. It's a reality check.
You really got to take it to the next level to be recognized. Man,
you have to have something. And then if you've been in the military, then that's already, a couple years or however long you were in that you're behind the curve, that you weren't, honing your craft or in school. So yeah, there's a lot of making up time that you have to do.
Well, you have done it, Scott. You're there.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate it. I feel very lucky. I really do. I can't stress that enough.
But you are not, but now you're there, you're representing the veteran community. And I mean, it's one thing to represent the veteran community. It's another thing to be a staunch advocate for the veteran community in the entertainment industry. And, for that, you have our thanks.
Thank you. I feel very strongly about it. Again, to go back to earlier, I didn't really feel like I got everything I wanted to out of my military experience. I didn't feel like I served maybe as much as I wanted to. And I kind of feel like this is another way that I can serve the military, serve my country, that I can contribute, that I can be a voice that people look positively at the military and say, oh, look at that guy. He's a Marine. He's whatever. He was in the military and he's not a crazed baby killer.
Exactly.
Whatever their weird preconceived notions are.
That everybody who's served is now suffering from PTSD and is on the verge of shooting up a shopping mall somewhere.
Yeah, that's
because it's what the mainstream media is feeding everybody.
Yes.
He's a veteran. That's one of the first things that they report is he's either got ties to ISIS or he's a veteran.
Right.
I mean, what the fuck, man?
They love when that happens.
Yeah, they do. Oh man, don't get me started about the mainstream media. Oh my God.
I know. I'm pretty sure we could do this all night.
We probably could. Unfortunately, I've got to take a break. I've kind of gone past my time. Somebody be yelling at me in a minute.
Well, I can't thank you guys enough.
We can't thank you enough for spending your birthday evening with us.
Yeah, man, it was
awesome.
awesome.
Worth it for that beautiful song.
Oh yeah, D-Max, good job on the birthday song.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Scott, for spending an hour here with us tonight. I'd like to encourage everybody to go check out Scott's work. It's everywhere. But go over to Operation Supply Drop and look at we're going to share the article. The article that Scott wrote advocating for Hollywood to use veterans in film roles because Hollywood's kind of shitting on the veterans turned actors. What a shame.
Yeah. And if you get a chance, please check out the Lincoln Park Castle of Glass video. If you guys can share that. I know there's a lot of people in the community that still haven't seen it, unfortunately, that would love it.
Yeah, we all went on a field trip earlier. We watched that video and went on a field trip.
Awesome.
I didn't have my permission slip, but I went anyways. It's a great video. All the work you've done and will continue to do, Scott, is outstanding.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate that.
Thanks for being on the show. Hang on for just a second. I'm going to get this break fired up. Everybody, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I'm gonna give away some stuff. We're going to do trivia. I'm going to give away a prize to somebody. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the final hour. What, Mom? What happened?
I said, I just got excited.
Oh, Mom loves trivia. We'll be back with the final hour of the Monday edition here on WTF Nation Radio right after this.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon.
Woo, we're back. What a great guest. Scott's doing great things for the, representing the veteran community in Hollywood. I love it. There's Zulu. Zulu's back.
Hey.
We're back on the air. Hey,
Oh shit! Am I supposed to call on the other one?
Yeah, get over here on the other one. I can put your face up there.
Okay, here I come.
Because what I do is, I put Zulu up there like when I'm picking my nose and stuff. It looks all like I'm transitioning over to a different, just a shot of Zulu while he's talking. But actually, what's going on is I'm picking my nose off camera. So it's nice to have Zulu to fill a screen up while I'm doing that.
Hello. Oh yes,
there he is. He's back.
Were you talking about putting my face on instead of your face picking your nose?
Right, exactly. See, when I got to pick my nose, I do that, and then I start mining one out. Oh my god! I mute the microphone and cough and stuff like that. Now I get all that taken care of, and then there I am again. Let's do trivia. I'm gonna need a couple of contestants. We'll do this head to head. 415-889-8367. 415-889-8367 trivia for your chance to win a free thing from this radio station.
Ooh, yes. What's the category?
Well, let's see.
What are our options?
Well, there are a number of options. Let's see who calls, or maybe nobody will call, and then we just won't do it. We'll get a whole bunch of dead air and stuff.
Yeah. You know what? I got something for you.
Play the all request fucking last little bit of the show.
I mean, as long as somebody calls in, they can always go head to head with Zulu.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
They can win if they want to win.
Like if they get them, if they beat Zulu in points, they get a free sticker.
If they want to
win. And it's not hard to beat Zulu in these trivias. Let me tell you.
WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Who's this?
Hi, this is Sophie.
Sophie.
Hey, Sophie.
Ooh, it's a lady.
Hello.
What?
Oh gosh, is this a Sophie I may know?
This is a Sophie you may know, Zulu.
Oh, dude, I'm totally picking my nose right now.
Oh. Hello, Sophie. Are you ready to play some trivia tonight?
I am. I think.
Yeah,
let's do it.
If we could get one more, or is this going to be Sophie versus Zulu? Would you rather do that?
I mean, if
I don't want to embarrass Zulu.
We could do
on the radio.
We could always do Sophie versus someone else, or a three-way.
How about Sophie versus Vince?
Ooh.
Oh shit!
All right.
All right. Well, since Sophie called in first, I will allow her to select a category. You can pick from history, geography, sports, movie trivia, computer trivia. I didn't know that was a thing. Art, music, literature, science, political, animal, food. Take your pick.
Movie trivia.
Movie trivia.
Excellent choice.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, so what are we going to do? First person to how many points?
Are you asking me? This is your game.
Well, now I'm asking Zulu. First person to 10?
Oh.
First
Yeah,
person to 5?
Yeah. First person to 10. 1 point each, and whoever gets the I'd say if they both. Oh, well, you're the judge, but
Well, yeah, I can see who answers first. That's pretty easy.
Whoever answers first or most accurately, if they answer within like the same amount of time.
Sure. All right, here we go. We'll make the fucking rules up as we go.
Oh, just blurting out the answers, or
Yep, just blurting out the answers.
Okay.
All right. Who played the female lead role in the 1986 sci-fi movie Aliens?
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
All right, Vince.
Ooh, so close.
Point for Vince. Jesus Christ. Who's keeping score? I don't hear Zulu's ink pen clicking, so I figure it's got to be Mom. All right, next question. What sunglasses did Tom Cruise wear in the 1986 movie Top Gun?
Ray-Bans.
It was Vince, too. He was just a little bit quicker.
Ooh, get it out, Sophie.
I'm hearing him after me. Is that like a radio thing?
What?
Never mind. Go on.
All right. Here we go. I feel like we've done movie trivia before.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Well, there was no chance of me winning at geography.
We have done these. These are like a lot of the same questions. All right. What later Star Wars actress had an early role in the movie The Professional?
Natalie Portman.
Oh, very good, Sophie.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Ooh.
He said Star Wars actress, and all I could see was Carrie Fisher in that freaking slave outfit.
Oh my God. Man, a lot of these. I swear we've done these before because I'm seeing a lot. All right, fine. Tom Hanks played Captain Miller in what legendary World War II movie?
Saving Private Ryan.
All right, another point for
Oh,
Vince.
fine.
Come on,
Oh,
Sophie.
wow.
Get in the game.
I didn't even. That one went right over my head, and I love Saving Private Ryan.
I knew it. I just didn't say it fast enough. Next question.
Allie says I've done these questions before with her and D-Max. I knew I remembered doing the movie trivia. All right. The original Ghostbusters movie was released in June of what year?
93. Yeah, that's good.
No. 93. Good Lord. Let's put it in perspective. I was a kid when this movie came out.
I was just pulling that.
1984.
Year out of my butt.
It's okay, Sophie. These damn millennials.
Orson Welles provided the voice for which Transformer in the Transformers the movie released in 1986? What the hell?
Yeah. There was a movie in 86?
Yeah, Orson Welles voiced one of the Transformers in this movie.
I haven't seen any of the Transformers.
Right, neither have I.
What was it, Optimus Prime?
That was Unicron. Is that a Transformer? I don't know.
Oh.
I never even heard of that fucking one.
Yeah, me either.
No.
I didn't know that. No, it was not Bumblebee. Allie. Who played Dracula in the 1931 vampire horror film Dracula?
Vincent Price? No, that's way after him. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck. I had no idea.
Bella Lugosi. That's Bella Lugosi. I actually
I
knew
know
that.
that shit.
Come on, 10 points. Who was the female lead in the movie Titanic?
Kate Winslet.
Oh, very good, Sophie.
Damn it.
Thank you.
What's the score,
89.
Mom? Mom.
I'm sorry. My mouse got stuck. Okay,
Noise.
Okay, who after the Transformer one, was there another one that somebody got after that? Because I think I missed it.
God.
Yeah, Sophie got the last one after the Transformer one.
So I've got 3 and should be either 3 and 3 or 3 and 2.
Well, which one is it, Mom?
We'll go with 3 and 3.
I believe it's is it 3 Vince, 2 Sophie?
I think it's 2 on me. Yeah.
All right. What the
Okay.
fuck? We're asking the contestants to keep the score?
Yeah, I was going to say it's 3-0. So.
Oh, no, you can't do that, Vince. I know she got that last one right, so she's got at least 1 point. She's got 2. All right, fine. Christ on a bike. Which actor that once played James Bond previously competed in the Mr. Universe bodybuilding competition?
All I can think of is the old Bond.
Okay.
What's the new one's name? I know it's not Pierce Brosnan or whatever his name is.
No.
No.
I know.
It's the one after that.
All right. Sean
Connery?
Sean Connery.
Really? I was going to say that.
Yeah.
shit,
Well, you
too.
should have said it. Vince, don't hold back, bro.
Now you have to do the next question in your Sean Connery voice, Redleg.
Oh, I don't. Who played the fictional... I can't do it. Who played the fictional anti-hero Deadpool in the 2016 movie?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I bet you're a Ryan Reynolds fan, aren't you?
Yes. Very good.
I could go gay for that dude. He's pretty hot.
He is pretty attractive. He's an attractive man. I would convert.
He's got the whole salt and pepper thing.
All right,
going
you guys really took that and ran with it. I'm just being funny. I mean, he's not a bad-looking guy, but I'm not going gay for anybody. Maybe Zulu. All right, maybe Zulu.
Oops, millennials.
Which actor played the main character in the 1990 film Edward Scissorhands?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Oh, my God. Sophie. Did she take the lead?
Did I get it? Yes.
What
If
is
it's Johnny
the
Depp,
score
I
now?
know it. If it's Johnny Depp, I know it.
Yeah, it's Johnny Depp.
Yes, she did.
All right. Got a new leader. Vince. Wake up, Vince.
I'm trying to. Had to take Mark out.
Superman is a fictional superhero from which fictional planet?
Krypton.
Vince got it. So we tied back up now?
Yep.
Oh, man. Is it 5-5?
4-4.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I was kind of hoping we'd be closer to ending this. Hello, 6 Jane. Boy, that's a horrible guess. Boy George? What trivia are you playing? Good God. Now, who directed the movie Reservoir Dogs?
Quentin Tarantino.
Vince got it. I knew Vince would know that. Vince looks like the type of dude that's into Tarantino movies. Am I right?
Quentin Tarantino, the same guy who directed Pulp Fiction and I believe Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, yeah, that dude's got a lot of movies.
Correct.
Like in Django Unchained.
Yes,
that's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was it? The Hateful something 7, something like that.
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight. Yeah.
Yeah. In the here's another one. In the 1986 blockbuster Top Gun, which actress played Goose's wife? This is an easy one, man. Come on.
I hated Top Gun.
But
Meg Ryan?
But you've seen it. That's correct, by the way, Vince. You hated it. Did you hate it at the time?
Yeah.
No, you
Fucking
didn't,
Chair
dude.
Force,
You
man.
know you want, huh?
Chair Force. No.
That's not Chair Force. That's Navy.
What the fuck?
You know you wanted to be fucking in a danger zone, Vince. Quit fronting.
No, never did.
He's a ground pounder through and through.
Oh my God, 6 Jane. 6 Jane. Boy George, I can assure you, 6 Jane, that Boy George is not the answer to any of these questions.
I mean, you should know her by now.
I do. John Cena was in here earlier. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if any of you guys caught that, but John Cena briefly popped into the Facebook Live chat.
Really?
Yeah, he did. You remember when I just randomly yelled John Cena earlier in the show? It's because he was in here. Yeah. Who played Batman in the 1989 Tim Burton version of the film?
Michael Keaton.
Very good, Vince. Trivia's almost over, isn't it?
Yep.
Is that 9 for Vince?
No, 7.
Damn.
Not so
Whatever it
fast.
is, he's
Sophie
winning.
still has a chance at coming back.
We'll see.
This one, oh my God. What did the famous Hollywood sign located in Los Angeles originally say?
Oh, someone just told me this the other day.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Before Hollywood.
And why do I know this? I mean, this is like random shit that I know.
Wasn't it changed to Hollyweed as like a joke? I didn't know that's what it originally said.
It did not say Hollyweed. It didn't say Hollyweed.
No, not originally.
Oh.
No,
I don't know.
It said Hollywood land. And they took land off the end, yes. And for some reason, that's like I know a whole bunch of random, useless facts. And that's one of them.
Interesting.
I'm not going to ask that question. It's stupid. And what year was the first Harry Potter movie released?
2001.
All right, Sophie.
No.
Sophie got it.
Yeah.
She appended the 1 onto the end of it there.
I remember I was in 2nd grade.
You were in 2nd
Oh my
grade in
God,
2001?
I feel old now.
Jesus Christ.
Those movies are my life.
You feel
So it's okay. It's okay. I was in 1st grade.
2000,
Holy shit.
2001, I was getting divorced the first time.
Noise.
2001, I'd been a cop for 3 years.
I graduated high school.
Oh, man.
I started dressing myself.
Yikes.
Oh, man.
In movies, a clue or piece of information which is intended to be misleading is known as what? It's not
Wait,
just
say that again?
It's
What?
not just in movies.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
A clue or piece of information which is intended to be misleading is known as what?
Ooh, if
Plot.
No, nobody? Allie got it.
Is it yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a red herring.
I didn't know that was in movies or TV shows. I thought that was more of a thing in like the
I thought that
political
was
sphere.
just a Scooby-Doo thing.
It's just in general, but okay.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Red herring.
In what year was the movie Grease released? Let's talk about how I was 2 years old when this movie came out.
54?
No. 1978.
That movie was on the other night.
Take a point from Vince for being that smart ass.
God.
No, don't
I
do
didn't
that.
know, like, you were,
No, don't do that.
advanced in age.
Vince, I hate you. When adjusted for inflation, what is the highest grossing film of all time? Nobody?
Take a shot.
The Force Awakens.
No.
Nope.
No.
No, Gone with the Wind.
Yes, it's Gone with the Wind.
Ah.
Ooh, I forgot that's what that was. I was thinking like Titanic or something.
No. Well, didn't Avatar like surpass Titanic?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was the other one. That fucking Avatar movie that took them like 15 years to fucking make. But when you say adjusted for inflation, that's the catch.
Yeah. That James Cameron boy, he doesn't make just a regular run of the mill film, does he?
No, it's got to be something
Blockbusters.
extra.
He produced Titanic too.
Only blockbusters. Yeah. What was the name of the 1999 American found footage horror film about 3 student filmmakers that disappeared in the woods?
Blair Witch Project.
Vince was first.
Ooh.
I was in the police academy when that came out.
I don't know. I was fucking shitting my diapers.
Which Olympic sport was featured in the movie Cool Runnings?
Bobsled team. Or first Jamaican bobsled team, yeah.
Well, I'll give it to Sophie. It's just bobsled. What was the name of the sport?
Bobsled with some extra.
They always throw the Jamaican in there. The Jamaican bobsled team.
Jamaican.
All right, let me get another one here. Bruce Willis played a convict turned time traveler in what 1995 movie?
I don't know.
I feel like Vince should know this one too. Nobody? Zulu, you want to take a stab at this one?
Well, what was it again? Say it again, please.
Bruce Willis played a convict turned time traveler in what 1995 movie?
Looper.
No.
Oh, fuck.
What?
1995. Fuck, I don't know. I was still in my daddy's sack.
No, it wasn't The Fifth Element. Yeah, 12 Monkeys. Faith got it.
12 Monkeys.
Well, Allie kind of got it, but it's 12 Monkeys. It's a weird-ass movie. Have you seen Looper? I haven't seen that.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
Is it?
Yeah.
You know what movie that I watched recently that I really liked and nobody else has seen?
Which one?
Whiplash.
Oh, gosh.
That's a good one.
Is that?
Oh,
isn't it?
yeah.
J.K. Simmons is a fucking savage in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
You know who
He's
that
amazing.
is? You know who that dude is? He's the guy from the fucking Farmers Insurance commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
he
that
plays
guy?
Juno's dad in Juno.
Yeah, that dude is a fucking savage in the movie Whiplash. Highly recommended. Go watch it. It's a great movie.
Interesting.
Miles Teller, he actually does a lot of his own drumming in that too.
He does.
I was
True story.
watching- I was
he
watching
learned to
behind the
play.
scenes stuff.
He learned to play
Yeah.
for that movie. It's a good movie. Worth a watch. I enjoyed it. In what year was the original Jurassic Park film released?
96.
No.
93.
93. Good guess.
Really?
I'll give you a point for that. Good guess.
I just said that because that's the year I was born. Word.
It came out the year you were born?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yes. Quite.
Wait, what's the score right now?
Yeah, what is the score, Mom?
I think I'm losing.
It is Sophie 7 and Vince 8.
Speaking of the mic.
Oh, sorry. I was like, I need to put my reading glasses on. Sophie 7, Vince 8.
Yes.
Oh, it is highly contested, very close.
Let's do this. In the movie Back to the Future, what speed did the DeLorean need to reach in order to
77.
achieve time travel?
77 miles per hour.
What'd you say, Vince?
77.
That's incorrect.
What?
It's incorrect.
Take a shot.
Was it 88?
Yes, 88. Now it's tied up.
Ooh. Wow. It was 88, and the score is now
8 to 8. Oh, Illuminati confirmed.
The Illuminati is fucking real.
Yikes. I'm going to skip that one. That's a stupid question. In the movie The Lion King, what was Simba's mother's name?
No.
No.
No, Nala is his female protagonist.
Nobody?
Beyonce.
Mom, you know. That's racist. Well, Allie got that too in the Facebook Live chat. You guys are taking too long.
I feel like it's on the tip of
Is
my
it pronounced
tongue, but I don't know.
Sarabi? I don't know. I've never seen that movie. I don't know.
What? You haven't seen The Lion King, Redleg?
No, dude. I don't.
Yeah, it
fucking
is
watch
the
that.
Robbie. That sounds
I don't
familiar.
watch Disney cartoons, bro.
Come on, my man. It is a fucking classic.
Says the kid.
The only cartoons I watch is like South Park and stuff, man. I don't watch
Not
Disney
classics.
cartoons. In which Star Wars film did the Ewoks first appear?
Return of the Jedi.
Very good, Vince. Vince is about to win the whole shooting match here. Sophie, you better step up.
He's got it. I don't know anything about Star Wars.
In the movie, and I just talked about how I've never like watched Disney cartoons, but I've seen this a full length feature film, which is a cartoon. In the movie Bambi, What type of animal is Bambi's friend Flower?
Skunk.
All right, very good, Vince. Vince wins.
Oh, God.
Vince wins.
Good game.
With a
Good
score
game,
of
good
10.
It was a very good game indeed.
10-8. It was the best. It's
Now, do you know why Flower's name is Flower?
because he's a skunk.
And because skunk smells like what?
And it's ironic. I don't know what kind of pot you're smoking, bro. Mine doesn't smell like that.
The good shit smells like skunk.
Yeah, I got some old.
Wait. You just started smoking? Is that
I got
correct?
this old Alabama ditchweed over here.
Yeah.
This stuff is terrible.
There's some shit called skunk weed that I used to have back in the day. Back when he was a cop. In the
Right,
20s.
those days have long since passed, and I wasn't a cop in the 20s. It was the best. It was the best trivia game. It was huge.
That was pretty close. Good job, Vince. Good job, Sophie.
Very good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's another sticker that Vince will never ask for because every time he wins something, he's like, just keep it. You want your sticker this time?
No, Sophie, you can have this.
See, I told you.
I
He's
think
always
I have,
giving them away.
I think I have all of them.
Yes, you do. All right, Mom. Give Sophie a sticker.
Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. You can message our Facebook. I can't speak. Facebook page / WTFNR. Send us a message with your address, and we have.
Zulu, you all right over there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh,
Good.
my God.
I'm sorry. I'm just watching Zulu trying to mouth this mic. Anyways, you could get either the lame ass bumper sticker or the America sticker, however you want to pronounce
Whoever
it.
runs this fucking radio station needs to get on the ball and order some more stickers.
Yeah.
That guy's a lazy piece of shit.
Get the America sticker because that's my puppy's name. America. Fuck yeah.
Well, congratulations, Vince, and that was very charitable of you to give your sticker to Sophie.
Or if you don't feel
Hey.
comfortable doing that, you can give your address and stuff to Zulu.
Oh yeah,
if you
send it
have
to
his
Zulu.
information.
Well, it's the best guy in the whole radio station staff to give your personal information to. Zulu, what are you doing with that stuff? You
Well, I track them down, and then I
yeah, told you.
I creep through their window handsomely.
Aww.
Handsome creeper.
In the bathroom.
Nobody minds a handsome creeper.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Sophie, for participating.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Have a good night.
All right, you too. Good job, Vince. He's a smart fella, that Vince. He knows his trivia.
That was good. That was close.
That was good.
That was very contested.
Had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. Did you guys see
I'm
that
sure.
on the video? Me sitting on the edge of my seat.
It's like,
I wanted to talk about one thing before I ended the show. Something that caught my eye. The Army, the United States Army, is rolling out a new cybersecurity career management program for those of you who are, wanting to go into the Army. This program could let qualified civilians bypass prerequisites and be commissioned directly into the service with a rank up to colonel. So you could be a badass computer nerd and go into the Army as a fucking colonel with no other prerequisites.
I saw that and I was like, what? Is this
What?
real? Is this fake news? Because that's fucking wild.
Was this Duffel Blog?
No. The Defense Department has directed all military services to research the idea and submit findings by the year 2020, which is not that far off, guys. It's the year 2020 is right around the corner. They are to submit their findings by 2020 to determine if a pilot program should be implemented across the department.
See, giving people the rank of colonel right off the bat is that's a little much. I think captain should be the the most you can come in as? Because you know how like some like dentists or like medical personnel, they're like come in as like lieutenants through their training, and then they're like a captain eventually. I think that's as far as it should go. You come in as a fucking colonel, you don't even know what it means to be a colonel.
Exactly. I mean, that's a good point. Hopefully they like would give you a basic crash course, a gentleman's course of sorts, on how to army, especially if they're gonna bring you as a goddamn colonel. If you're gonna be doing this kind of shit, I mean, could you not just be a civilian DOD employee and do the same type of work? Is it necessary?
But you have to pay them more, don't you?
Maybe.
See, it's either pay the civilian DOD contractor however fucking, whatever 6-figure fucking paycheck they would get, or I guess in their eyes, the rank of colonel, which is a lot cheaper, supposedly.
Yeah, but they got the money, dude. Look at the enlistment bonuses. I talked to a recruiter friend of mine yesterday who told me that like almost every fucking MOS has got a $30,000 sign-up bonus. $30,000. I mean, you can go buy you a sweet, brand new sweet vehicle and put $30,000 down on your 27.9% APR purchase right outside the fucking main gate there in Fort Hood.
Jesus Christ.
It says here the move helps the service gain much needed talent in the cyber field and mirrors Army processes for direct commissions in fields such as law and medicine, where candidates receive a rank commensurate with their civilian experience. The program also improves the tracking of professional development for civilians and allows them to move within the cyber enterprise. So they're just going to pull you up if you're a big-time computer geek and you know your cyber stuff. Maybe in 3 years they're going to have a pilot program for this.
That's
noise.
Well, hopefully they fix the fucking colonel part.
It says up to colonel. I mean, they could bring you in at a rank of up to
that makes
colonel.
sense.
I mean, they're not going to bring some. I
mean, maybe if you're like maybe if you used to be like a major and you got out and like now you're like really good at computers, they can bring you back in as a colonel.
Well, I mean, but based on what I read, if you're just, I mean, I'm picturing the dude. All right, in South Park when they're playing World of Warcraft and the dude that's killing everybody.
Oh my God, the fucking guy on the computer is like,
yeah, the big fat dude sitting there at his keyboard. That's
guy.
The kind of dudes I'm picturing, and I know that's kind of stereotypical of me, but imagine that dude as a major or something.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
I pictured that team of trolls that this last season where they were trolling. What were they called?
Skank Hunt 42.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Lieutenant Colonel fucking Skank Hunt.
Lieutenant Colonel Skank Hunt.
Jeremy says, I know how to upload videos to Facebook. Where's my colonel ranks?
Where's my colonel rank? I know how to shit post. Where's my colonel rank?
Let me some shit posting. But yeah, I mean, I see what they're doing here, and I don't think Zulu's thinking worst case scenario. They pick some kid up off the street who's a really good fucking in the hacking. I mean, let's face it, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for hackers.
Yeah,
they're looking for white hat hackers to find possible exploits within the Army's computer system, and or fucking the hackers of the black hat variety to go after North Korea so they'll stop launching nukes and interrupt Donald Trump's dinner.
Fucking I think it was I don't know how long ago, maybe a year or two ago. I think the Department of Defense or the Pentagon or both, they were having trouble finding these young computer individuals, quote unquote hackers, because they couldn't find any or enough that could pass a drug test clean for like marijuana.
Oh.
All the fucking hackers were smoking dope.
There was a recent the Defense Digital Service had a thing called Hack the Army. It was a competition of sorts that invited people to try to break into the Army's computer system. And a lot of them did. Independent researchers found more than 120 vulnerabilities on select Army networks during the contest. 180 people took part in the competition. That's why they need these people. That's why they're trying to recruit these folks, because their shit has got fucking holes all in it, and they want them patched up.
Well, my son wants to be a white hat hacker.
Oh,
when he
tell him he
grows
can
up.
go in as a colonel and fucking fix the
I'm
stuff.
going to.
White hat, is that like when you?
That's the good guys. That's when you find vulnerabilities and fix them or report them.
Yes.
As opposed to exploiting them and burning shit down.
Private corporations pay a lot of money for that stuff too.
Yeah.
Meh.
What, D-Max? I answered D-Max's phone call and he hung up. D-Max, don't hang up this time.
Oh, I didn't mean to the first time.
All right. What's up? Excellent job on the happy birthday song, by the way. I really enjoyed that.
This shit was lit.
No, I was actually watching the Family Guy. And I think it might be a nod to WTF Nation.
Think so? You think Seth MacFarlane's listening to the show?
Maybe, because he's like, let's do a podcast and we'll just talk about random shit. And then they get all together and he's like, how many 8-year-olds do you think you can kill? So I was like,
he stole our shit.
Wait. God damn it.
Oh, man. What a dick.
You got to watch it.
I'll watch it.
Priceless.
Is this a new-ish episode?
It was last night.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Oh,
Megan
we'll check out.
Tron is even saying she thinks they stole it.
I want to report this copyright infringement. I really do.
We could make millions.
I'll get our legal team on it. Then we can make millions. Then we can go fucking be on Sirius XM, and then we'll be huge.
Yes. Fucking get our own cable news network.
We'll have to move to New York. I'm not sure if I'm willing to do that.
Now?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm willing to do that. Yeah, we're on. We're on the air. Got 4 minutes.
Well, you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be willing to move to New York.
I don't know, man, because fucking I've never been any further north in the United States than Virginia.
Well, what if it was for WTF Nation channel, TV channel?
I'm gonna have to have a sweet place to live. I'm really comfortable and stuff here where I am, and so they're really gonna have to. They're really gonna have to bring it, dude, to entice me to moving to New York.
I'm pretty sure millions of dollars will entice anybody to move anywhere.
It's got to be pretty swanky, is what I think he's meaning.
Right. I mean, I don't think you understand that the radio business, the pay is complete garbage. It's shit. It sucks. That's why I don't do it professionally. There's no money in it.
I mean, when you take off with such a good show, there's always money in it.
Okay. Sure. I'll be the next Howard Stern.
Fucking New York is too fucking cold anyway.
I mean, it's there's that. I've never been that far north. Virginia is as far as I made it. And that's where I was born. Yeah, bro.
Virginia?
That's it.
Oh, damn. You never been to Maine? That shit's horrible.
Nah.
That shit is fucking cold. I was only there on a fucking layover, and I thought Maine was fucking the North Pole.
My buddy Roger moved to New Hampshire, and he's like, look, 2 feet of snow. I'm like, yeah, that's like 23 more inches than I care to have.
Oh, I gotta let you go. I got another phone call coming in. I'll talk to you later.
All right, D-Max. He's got to talk to somebody more important than me. Who was that that called D-Max to get him off the goddamn phone so I can wrap the show up? I appreciate it, whoever that was. Thank you. Oh, my God. You guys want to hear D-Max sing happy birthday again? Not really? Not so much.
It's up to you, boss.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Scott. Happy birthday to you. WTF
It's even better the second time.
Radio from old friends.
Like it ages well, like
better with time, doesn't it?
And you might get laid too.
What the fuck is this dude talking about? T-Max.
Whose B-Day is it? It was Scott Levy's.
Scott Levy. Yeah, well, Scott, our guest, Howie, Scott Levy. Today's his birthday. He's 46.
Looks like you'll have to catch the podcast
He's like,
on WTFNationRadio.com.
Yeah, he's like Scott's like 20 years younger than Howie.
Really?
Yeah, Howie's old as fuck.
Nice.
Noise. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I will be back on Friday, and my guest Friday, Tim Kennedy, MMA fighter, fucking special forces sniper, all around badass, great guest, good guy. If you have not heard Tim on the show before, you're gonna want to hear this. He is a riot, a lot of fun, and he speaks the truth. Troof. Truth. Truth. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight to the Monday edition. Thank you, Mom, for hanging
You're
out,
welcome.
taking notes and stuff. And I know I told you to write something down. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I'll remind you.
All right.
There are several things.
Oh.
So you have more work.
Good. I never get enough work around this fucking place. Thank you, Zulu. You knocked it out of the park with the guest tonight, man.
Oh, thank you.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
We'll just all congratulate each other here.
Thank you. Good job, Redleg, on
No.
another
No, thanks.
successful show.
I'm gonna go to bed.
He's going to take his Grammy and walk off stage. Stage
Gabriella
left.
wants to know, how do you get the stickers? Well, you can win them, or you can buy them.
Yeah.
So one or the other. Don't forget, Thursday, Amuse is going to be on Sergeant's Time with Ice. She's an active duty Army NCO who you've probably seen her videos. She was a drill sergeant. She does the drill sergeant-ish videos. They're funny. The last one I saw of her was, it's like freezing cold and she's eating ice cream. But she's secretly freezing to death, but she's trying to be hard in front of the privates.
Yeah, she's a trip.
That's pretty funny. And Monday on my show, I have a guest, C-Sob, founder of Star Military and Veteran Wellness Program in Macon, Georgia. Well, that's going to be good stuff. Tomorrow is actually kind of up in the air. I have not received confirmation about tomorrow's show yet. So just check back and see. WTFNationRadio.com and our Facebook page, Facebook.com/WTFNR. That's where you find out about that. Wednesday, What the Fuck Wednesday with Jim Beam. We always got something going on here.
Always.
For all of the information, including show schedules and who's on the staff and what we do and previous shows and podcasts and stuff, our official website, WTFNationRadio.com, is a place to go look at that. Good night, everybody. I'll see you next time. This is the part. This is the part where Zulu starts waving. I got to put him up there on the screen real big. Bye, y'all.
Bye, Felicia.
Y'all fancy.
So remember, from all of us here at WTF Nation, to all of you out there, wherever you are, the light at the end of the tunnel may be you. Good night.